At some point, I hit the start recording button. And I don't think I did an intro. Ahoy, landlubbers! It's me, your Captain Vasco speaking. Welcome to the stream. 15 squishmallows in your plush hammock? Like, what size? Like 8 inch? 10 inch? The problem is, like, I also just need, like, a space where I could put them up. Like, the placement of the windows in my house is speculative at best. Um, where, like, I feel like the windows are fine for being windows, but they're also disruptive to most intentional like furniture placements. Works best in a corner. Yeah, I don't have a lot of good corners, is like the thing. And like also like I can't really commit anything into this room until I figure out what to do with the Flareon. And I don't think I can realistically commit anything to solving the Flareon problem until it shows up. So like I would really appreciate it if they would like stop delaying it. Um it was precarious. Yeah, okay, precarious is not like a fantastic selling point on like solution for storing the plushies. Keen had asked moments before I started the stream, I think, how many plushies I have, and like God knows, like a bunch, like so many, and like they're great. I love them. But like also, my house is not very big. I have a house. It's not very big. It's not big enough for that. So Flareon is basically the size of a body pillow or even larger. It's kind of like, I mean, I don't think I've actually been in the same space as a body pillow. I kind of know roughly how big a body pillow is. It's, I think it's been a minute since I checked. I think the last time I checked, it was like, it's like roughly 4 feet by roughly 3 feet, or it's like primary square dimensions. It's like pretty big. Could have a hammock for Flareon and Smalls. Not like I don't think I'm exaggerating. I think that the mass of the Flareon is too big to safely put in a hammock, much less to consider like that it would display good in that. Something I have that helps a ton of these large cylindrical soft containers for holding kids' toys. Can you put that in like if you can find like a photo of that or like a listing for that somewhere, put it in stream back, I guess. Or maybe plush. I don't know, dealer's choice. Is it as big as 15 10-inch squishes? I mean, I don't know because I don't have it. But like I think yeah. I think yeah. My impression is yeah. I don't actually remember if the listing gave a weight. I don't remember. It closes up to look like a frog. That's a much better selling point than I can fit a bunch in it, but it's like precarious. Become frog is like much better. Not that the hammock is more practical, almost certainly, but the other one becomes a frog. You see, but like the thing is, like once I figure out what will actually display the flare on, then I can like fill up the rest of this wall with as much storage space as I can, and then figure out what I can do with the rest of furniture that is. 4 feet wide is pretty darn big. It's larger than a twin mattress. Yeah, yeah. And so, like, to be clear, I've spent like a non-trivial amount of time like looking for like a normal piece of furniture that could like be display space for other plushies in any meaningful way, while also holding like a 4 foot by 3 foot enormous life-size Flareon. That does not appear to exist. My sister had the suggestion around Christmas time that I get a uh like an entertainment center simply to hold the Flareon, which like does not sound ideal, yet is like one of the more practical like furniture solutions that I have come across. Because again, I've looked into this and the solutions are not good. Maybe an IKEA entertainment center. I've not like I know there like is an IKEA somewhere, like one of the bigger population centers around here, I think. I don't know. It's the corner. Like right now, the only thing in this back corner is this stupid lamp that I got like 3 apartments ago from like the my roommate at the time didn't remember where it came from, and now it's here in Florida. They just need custom deep size shelf with brackets, maybe. I don't know. The problem is that like also like any solution I have like probably eclipses any like normal display space for like Secret Squirtle, which is like a concern that I've had. Like, here's a question to you, the folks in chat. Like, how important to you is well, I guess it's a two-pronged question. How much do we like the current iteration of Secret Squirtle, and how important is any proactive version of the Secret Squirtle game? I know some people do not care at all, but like, are we more concerned about like display and particularly of Flareon with Squirtle as like a secondary? Are you asking for a secret Flareon? I honestly don't know. I'm asking to figure out if that's what I'm asking about. It's like a hammock could sit about the lamp. I mean, the lamp is a placeholder to make the wall look less empty. The lamp has no function. If I turn it on, it looks like a nightmare. Honestly, I don't know where, if anywhere, the lamp ends up. Maybe the guest room, maybe nowhere. I don't know. Well, this is the problem. Everyone's trying to give me these solutions, and like I resigned myself after much like furniture searching that like I think the answer is truly like the Flareon will guide the way, and I respect and appreciate people trying to like solve this problem, but I think you all underestimate the scope of the problem. You change Secret Squirtle that might interfere with the prophecy that the old witch in the hut in the woods told you. I mean, Zacula, you know I live my life based on prophecies of old crones, but some things fate has foretold that even they cannot foresee. What a dog bag on a platform with its own camera. I mean, you've more or less described entertainment center, but with more steps, which I think is the point. But I just want you to understand that you've proposed an objectively worse solution to something I already wasn't excited about. I'm not saying the old witch in the hut in the woods would lie to you, Zagula. I'm saying that like they're not infallible. There are things beyond their vision. You can't keep the mood, then what's the point? That's such a great question. Hey, would you like some incredibly stupid media recommendations? Because if we weren't going to get real, that was my planned discussion topic for before we start playing. I'm not going to switch over to it. It's the Séance of Blake Manor. But I had to mute it, which means I have to be in the options menu. It's like steps. It's a bunch of steps. Are they Hallmark? No, they're not. There's a new Lacey Chabert one that I think maybe premieres tomorrow. They've been pushing it really hard. It's like a castaway kind of thing. I don't know. It could be interesting. They're pushing it really hard, which actually like usually means is pretty good. They normally don't try that hard off season if it's like actually filler. But no, that's not it. Maybe dress up some regular shelving units. I have considered this. I mean, like, I'm really kind of fixated on getting like a lot of cube store. Like, I think like a lot of walls that don't currently have things in my house will like become cubes once I understand where everything has to go. Um, yes, of course, sea ants. My apologies for mispronouncing that word. Also, at some point, we really have to talk about how like completely nonplussed our player character is. It's truly bizarre. So, um, I'll start with the easy one. Somehow, like YouTube recommended me. I don't know if I've ever seen anything from this content creator before. I'm not sure if I'm going to remember his name off the top of my head, but I will give you enough that you could definitely find these videos. So there's a guy who has created a fake true crime podcast. And when I say a fake true crime podcast, it's he has a guest and he reads them the story of like a true crime like incident. But the true crime incident isn't true crime. What it is the plot of a classic Scooby-Doo episode. And he doesn't tell anyone in advance that's what he's doing, but he keeps getting just like different people to come on this show, and he tells them that the premise is that like I'm gonna tell you the whole story, and then what I want you to do is just solve it. So the twist is like you hear me out, and then you solve the mystery. But in reality, he is just like reading the like ever so slightly adjusted like plot of a Scooby-Doo episode. Like he really doesn't get rid of the goofy details, but like in one of the like 2 episodes of this I watched, he described Scooby-Doo as like a teenager, so that it wasn't like then the dog that talks did this. So yeah, when he started this, he was like, what I want to know is how long is it going to take someone to stop me and be like, that just really sounds like Scooby-Doo. And the goal was to just sort of like time it and see how long that would take. But in the 2 that I've seen, the guests have been like so amenable to just like listening to the true crime story that he gets like all the way to the end. And then he's like, oh, and this is the craziest part. So like as they arrested like whoever the culprit was, he like turns to the kids and he says, I would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for you meddling kids. And then they like always lose their mind because like obviously then they understand what they've been doing. They were both, I think both of those first 2 episodes were about like 25 minutes. And what I appreciate is that like, this is a solid idea. This is a very good idea. But like, it seems like he's trying to tweak it as he goes along to like improve it and like sharpen it even further, which is just fantastic. I have a lot of respect for like every part of this. So far, no one has ever actually like stopped him and claimed like, yo, dude, this is Scooby-Doo. But like there have definitely been some really suspicious moments, and he's been like trying to get better about like deflecting them without outright lying, which I really appreciate everything he's doing. It's really good. But like, yeah, I think to start with, he like specifically sought out some of the like more plausible Scooby-Doo plots, and I imagine the longer it goes on, like the harder that's going to be. What if people have never heard of Scooby-Doo? What straw man have you created, Demolish? Who is this fictional person? Like, one of the 2 guys said he's like basically never seen Scooby-Doo, and you know what? He still knows what Scooby-Doo is. Like, on the scale of like brand recognition, I'm not gonna try and argue that Scooby-Doo is up there with like McDonald's logo or something, but like who on earth doesn't know what Scooby-Doo is? Even like other media like refers to like broad genre conventions as being Scooby-Doo. On Buffy the Vampire Slayer, they like referred to themselves as the Scooby Gang because they solved monster mysteries. Like everyone knows what Scooby-Doo is. So like I recommend that. It's really good. Also, I don't think I mentioned this, but like there's an audio only version of this, which is great because it's formatted in such a way that you can like send the audio only version to your friends and troll them, because like only like the video setup sort of explains what's going on. So like otherwise it's just framed like a true crime podcast. But like the video version that you can watch on YouTube has basically like just footage from like the key scenes of the Scooby-Doo plot just like running in the corner. So like as he's like trying to describe them as though they're real things happening, you see like the cartoon nonsense happening. What's the podcast name? Like he called it like True Crime Unleashed, but like the YouTube videos I think are just like, I mean, they follow that like garbage YouTube convention where they don't have a consistent naming scheme. There's sort of like, I told my friend it was true crime, but it was really Scooby-Doo. But like if you look up like true crime podcast Scooby Doo on YouTube, I'm pretty sure you're gonna find the guy. One of the gaming groups I follow has done a Scooby Doo RPG at Gen Con. Is there like a dedicated one? I've seen people like adapt other like RPG systems to do Scooby Doo stories for sure. People tend to really like that. It's just there's something really appealing about the simplicity of like a Scooby Doo mystery plot. It's way better than like an overwrought like raincoat mystery plot. Hey, Crit Twitch, thank you. Thanks for joining us, and thanks Demolition for an ongoing 6-month gift sub. Thank you very much. Um, okay, so the other thing that I want to tell you about is when times get bad, for some reason I've developed this like subconscious, like weird, um, like coping mechanism of like watching like horror movies. I don't really like horror movies. Like I like some horror movies. I like psychological horror movies and like things with like a good high concept, but like typically horror is not really my favorite genre of story. But like when the world gets really bad for some reason, like watching implausibly horrible things happen is like, well, at least that's not happening. Um, so I watched a couple this week on Netflix because I finally got like access to the like joint Netflix account. Is complicated. I'm not gonna talk about it. I don't. The story is very annoying and I don't like it. But I have access to Netflix again, which is very exciting for me. And so like I've been trying to use it a good amount just in case it breaks again. And in my queue, I had like two horror movies like saved that I don't ever remember looking at. One of them was called Choose or Die, which was like a pretty good concept that's not very good. It I'll give you the rundown on it, but it's not the one I recommend. It's basically like it's kind of like Jumanji, but the like the Ring. It's like Jumanji, but the Ring, kind of. There may be like a better analog for like what the horror movie thing is, but it's like these people who are like in kind of like an underprivileged area and I think a non-specified city. Maybe I don't remember. But like uh one of them finds like an old video game that claims to have like some prize if you like dial into some like phone number and like put in like a code that you get when you win the game. And basically when you boot the video game up, it's like cursed with actual magic, and like some entity in the game like starts like manipulating reality in like the area that you're in, and like keeps making you choose between two bad options. And like if you somehow like manage to survive these like bad scenarios, then like it keeps escalating and promises some like unexplained prize. And like there's a lot of elements of that that are really appealing, and I sort of like the overall idea. It ends up being like a little like an extremely bad season 0 of Yu-Gi-Oh, but like the problem is that the characters like absolutely suck and there aren't enough of them for like the type of scenario that they're going for, where like things just sort of like are super dangerous and like randomly kill characters off. And then like the it feels like just as the movie's like starting to figure out what it's about, it like ends abruptly, so like it's not great. But I also watched something that's called It's What's Inside. And it really overperformed. It's an interesting concept. Like the trailer basically demonstrates that like this group of people who were like friends in college, um and like kind of went their separate ways, and like some of them had a falling out, so they're not like all super close, but like one of them's getting married and they decide that like before they get married like they should get the gang back together. And so they have this like crazy weekend planned, and like one of them like brings this like weird device and he's like, yeah, so you guys know I went to like Silicon Valley and I like invented this like weird thing if you want to see it. And it's this device that can like transfer someone's consciousness into someone else's body. It's very like Somnium Files staying in the machine for 6 minutes. But like it's the express purpose of this thing. And like they basically decide to like play like this social deduction game where they're all going to like switch bodies and then like try and figure out who has become who. And like, even though it's not like perfect, my main complaint about the movie is just that like I feel like they could have done even more, and I really like what they did with it. And like, if you're into like that element of the Somnium Files, particularly the first one, um, I would recommend this. It's a really interesting movie. There's like a lot of things down to just some of like the visual storytelling of like how they try to like untangle some of the crazy stuff that inevitably happens with a plot like that. So like those are my recommendations from this week. I really liked It's What's Inside is the good horror movie. If you want to watch a bad one, you can watch Choose or Die. It's not very good. But also the Scooby Doo True Crime podcast is a journey. It's very good. Um, Psycho says you should watch a movie called Deadstream, found footage horror comedy about a disgraced YouTuber streamer trying to do a stunt to regain his popularity, where he stays in a haunted house overnight and streams the whole thing. I don't know how I feel about that. Maybe I'll find a trailer or something. Um, but yeah, so that all being said, we have established that the true horror of the game that we're currently playing. Hold on, hold on. There it is. Known as the Séance of Blake Manor, is the truly confounding. Oh no, I've done the thing I don't like again. How do I make it stop forever? Great, we'll just never touch it. Nope, it's busted. There's got to be a better way. I think I learned a thing where like if I manage to do something in the game, it stops trying to like control my desktop and do broken things. I haven't really used controller on the PC in a while, and this is actually like I think this is a more upgraded version of the controller than I was using in the past, because the last one, I think the other one got like lost in transit. I think I actually know where it is now. Don't think it's broken. I just couldn't find it for long enough that I replaced it. Well, my mom replaced it. Let's be real. The true horror is the friends we made along the way. No, the true horror is how confusing the amenities at Blake Manor are. Okay, so let's do... No. Why would I ever want that? Okay, hold on. Let's, load game... Manual save. Yes. Like, once we're in the game, maybe it's good. EA Sports, it's in the game. Oh, that's right. I ended the stream by, like, looking at this stupid note that I hate. Oh, for God's sake. How do I stop this? This is just gonna be my fate, is that every time I start like streaming a game with the controller, I have to like train the controller to stop doing something broken. I know it did something weird last time where like it changed like the camera sensitivity only on the controller, even though like the menu settings were still correct. Yeah, so as we know, the schedule entails a 9 a.m. to 9:30 breakfast, a 3 p.m. lunch, and a 7 p.m. dinner. So those amenities are a nightmare. There's also like an obviously haunted hedge maze, which feels a little problematic. And like a stable that got like busted down. Does anyone remember why the stable door was broken? Because I do not. Connect the dots to make a snowflake. So the thing is, like, I think that this controller. Why would controller? Hey Steam. Hey, the connection between controller and Steam. Can you explain why I would ever want the A button to bring up game overview overlay? It's the A button. It's like the most important one. I'm gonna need you to focus up and like do video games. Actually, you know what? How about we try... Let me, like, unplug the controller. Let's try turning it off and on again. And then we, like, close this. And we close this. How is that not tied to the share button? Brother, I don't know. Okay, good. That fixed it. Maybe I just, like, can only connect the controller, like, after I'm already in the game. Someone remind me to do that. Just kidding. That's not gonna happen. Okay, that problem is finally solved. So, like, what's going on in this game? Fantastic question, no one. So... I honestly have no way to, like, visually represent this to you. The map might be the most helpful. Wow, we ain't got nothing in the basement, huh? Oh, that's right. We've gotten down to, like, the east and west tower, but those doors are, like, super locked. Okay, so... the plot of this game is this. We're some guy who I don't remember if we have a name, but if we do, it's stupid. We're never interested in anything, even though we're a detective who suddenly come upon magical powers, and we just, like, don't even talk about that. Like, we're like, literally casting spells, like, accidentally, and it's, like, not even a plot point. It's, like, barely a convenience. So we came, like, someone sent us a letter and, like, a whole bunch of money, and they're like, this random lady whose name is, like, Evelyn Dean, like, came to this hotel because there's some big fancy seance that was supposed to attract, like, a bunch of people interested in, like, the occult, I guess. And she, like, disappeared suddenly. And, like, whoever sent the letter, who I don't think they signed their name, was just like, I'm pretty sure there's foul play. Please find her. And if you do, and she's alive, I'll give you even more money. So we came here and we had, like, some stupid run-ins with the tutorial. It sucked. The tutorial was really bad. But, like, after we got through the tutorial, it was basically like, all right, there's, like, 20 stupid people in this manor, and, like, a trillion doors, and, like, a hedge maze that's actually haunted and filled with ghosts, and, like, a bunch of, like, runes randomly around, like, concealing things and, like, casting, like, glamours on stuff and, like, manipulating people. And so far what we've learned about our actual mystery is that, like, at some point, like, close to her disappearance, I don't know how closely we've confirmed that time with when she disappeared, but, like, she like accidentally triggered someone's trap card, by which I mean, like, she stepped on some rune that put her in, like, a trance. And then, like, after that happened, she, like, wandered out into the hallway and then, like, went out into the haunted hedge maze. And we triggered a spell that let us, like, have a flashback to, like, when she passed by there. And some, like, spooky, tall, shadowy spirit, like, led her through the maze. And, like, some guy, like, watched that happen and was just sort of like, I don't know, it seemed fine, I don't know. And then, like, after we did that, we managed to, like, locate her room in the hotel, which had been, like, magically sealed off and, like, somehow done in such a way that, like, when we kept asking people where she was staying, no one could quite remember. But we managed to find, like, one person who's like, I don't know, she's, like, right next door to me, I think. But I don't know why I haven't seen her. So we've got a couple, like, eyewitness statements. We've learned a couple things about our alleged culprit, like their shoe size. We know that they can use magic. And I think our next step is, like, largely to start, like, breaking into people's rooms, because, like, people keep leaving these, like, skeleton keys in various places around the manor. So we have the means to, like, break into, like, a bunch of people's rooms as long as we can confirm that they're not in them. And then we can start, like, looking at people's shoes and, like, figuring out their whole life story and then accusing them of crimes, and then nothing bad happens to us because I guess we're playing the video gamification of the TV show Poker Face. Zagula says she should have played Pot of Greed to draw 3 additional cards from her deck. Zagula, that card effect is broken. They would never make a card like that. Pot of Greed only draws 2 cards from your deck. Even that is so broken that that card is, like, banned and everything. Yeah, our character is so weird about magic. Like I cannot stress to you enough how much this game is sort of like, it starts off by kind of being like, there's a seance, and like people believe that, like, you know, magic could be real. You know, like people have their own beliefs about the mystical nature of the world. And then, like, literally, like an hour later in gameplay, we like have a nightmare, see like 4 sigils, and then we start like breaking curses like left and right. And like it's not even like really like introduced as a proper game mechanic. It's just sort of like you walk up to it and it's like, draw a shape, and then you do it, and then you like make a door appear, and it's like, what's like literally happening? So yeah, the next thing I think I want to do, I'll have to remember how to get there because I don't. But like when we were in the hedge maze, which like wasn't extremely long ago in like fake real time, we got like a key to like a locker for like the bathhouse. And I feel like I want to open that up and see what's in there. Now, I don't remember how anything works because I haven't played this game in a week. And it's weird. It's a weird game. You ever played either of the Laura Bow games, Vasco? No, I'm familiar with both of them. I wasn't as much into Sierra when those games were out. I was more like a LucasArts kid. I know more about the second one, which is a wild ride. And it has the extremely good recurring dialogue from a narrator of every time you pick up an item, this like British narrator voice goes like, you pick it up and place it in your purse, which it's just so good. It's extremely satisfying. Okay, so what floor even is the bathhouse on? Ground floor? Yeah, changing room. In order to get in there, I had to go into the closet. I found some like secret passage. It wasn't on Dantino's. I checked. It was just some guy. All right, so I just have to get to the ground floor, I guess, which I can do through the atrium. But like, yeah, I can't. I figure a lot, unless we get some like really good leads. I think a lot of this stream is going to be like busting into people's rooms and looking at their shoes. Hopefully we can like deduce another useful piece of information about the culprit, because at that point we might actually like make some real progress towards like figuring out who did it and whether it was Old Man Jenkins in another like real estate related scheme. So I am here and I would like to go behind that lady. I think. Too much looking at people's shoes in this game? Hard disagrees, Acula. We're not like smelling them. That'd be weird. But like scrutinizing them, that's super normal. I don't know what you're upset about. Oh, you know what? Before I forget, so this game has like a research sub-mechanic, and if you learn certain things, the game tells you you've unlocked research. And it seems like the research is to like help you deduce things about people or their motives. At least that's what we've done with it so far. Last time we definitely got like, I swear we unlocked like vampire research. Just because like someone said vampire. There was like some document we looked at where like some person just like said vampire and was like, yeah, okay, just let's research vampires. Like that's normal. I don't remember, like I wasn't joking. There's literally like approximately 20 characters. There might be slightly more. There's definitely not less. I don't remember this lady at all. We have not talked to her, which is why I still have to analyze, because analyze is like the first thing I do every time I find something. She's got a pen in her pocket, so she's not happy to see me, which is evidenced by the hand on her hip, I guess, also. This varnish is worn around the grip. She uses it often and probably for long periods of time. Oh, did she also have a weird occult brooch on? Like every single person is wearing like their Mega Man Battle Network sigil in this game? A striking brooch worn around the collar. And the third one is scar? Face scar? Scars on hands and face. Multiple scars as if she suffered several different accidents and injuries. It's weird that I can ask everyone about everything I look at. I do have to say, I'm legally required to say that the tutorial for this game is awful. I really, really hate it. since the tutorial ended, the game has been really interesting to me. That might change, but like I've been really liking it since then. The inventory system in this game is absolute garbage. It is just not organized enough for the number of things they expect to be included in your mind palace with the number of characters involved. It's just untenable. Like it feels like absolutely no playtesting must have happened for like managing the thought inventory. This isn't the Kathy Rain 2 kind of research. No, thank God, Keen. No, it isn't that. That's some real bad kind of research. Oh, hang on. Is it the vampire book? No, this is various books detailing historical land ownership in this region. What about this one? Nope, that is... These are the... Oh, they're the same... They're the same book. Alright, hi, Miss Quinn.
If you'd hold a moment, I'm just looking for something.
She's out of breath, but she's been standing here.
Are you all right, miss?
Fine. Just looking for a book. I know I had it just a few days ago, but now it's nowhere to be found.
Oh, also, this game does a really weird thing where, like, it's... I don't know how important it is. I don't know if they're, like, all plot essential, but, like, you will learn things about various characters that lead to hypotheses, which mean that, like, you can put together, like, if you get enough, like, clues and evidence, then you can sort of, like, piece together something about their, like, motive has like, mainly been what's going on. Like, either, like, why they came here or, like, what they're, like, up to. And there's, like, a weird quirk to the system that, again, feels kind of busted, where, like, you have to, like, have a conversation with someone before you can, like, solve the mystery of who they are, even if you know literally everything about them. So, like, I don't think I actually know very much about Ms. Quinn, but, like, now that I've talked to her once, if I knew her whole life story, I could immediately accuse her of crimes or something.
Without it... Without it... Damn it! I'm at a dead end.
She's really upset about this thing she hasn't explained to me.
Would you tell me if you see it? It's a book on local land records from late last century. It has to be around here somewhere, unless... another guest has taken it?
I'll see what I can do.
So I assume it's not one of these, huh? So it's not that she's just got, like, dementia or something. Schedule. Oh. Also, if you haven't been here, there's so many weird things about this game. One of them is that every individual in this hotel has a written itinerary of, like, what they expect to do for the entire weekend, which is, like, the scope of the game from what I can tell. So, like, if you, like, break into their room or apparently find their book just sitting on a chair next to them, like, they don't seem to care that you just, like, write down exactly where they'll be at all times, and it's presumed this information is accurate and cannot be changed.
What? Listen, sir, I don't want to.
I'll see what I...
Okay, I can't talk to her until she's had her coffee. And by coffee, I do mean a book about land ownership in this region. Now, I swear to God, I got vampiric research subject, and I don't know how... Is it a medical thing? No. By the way, there's a time as a resource system. It is not a real-time game, but every, like, new thing you interact with costs 1 minute, which is very sort of like D&D hand-wavy. Do not have a weekly itinerary. I mean, even if I did, which I for sure don't, it would be subject to some amount of change. The boy of the house was researching it. But, like, it got added... Like, I'm pretty sure it got, like, the inventory is so bad. It's so bad, gang. I need you to understand it's so bad. I'm pretty sure it was categorized as a research subject, so I can't, like, find it here. Yeah, whatever. This isn't happening. Okay, well, I guess I can't research vampires, which is, like, a big fat bummer. Unless it's, like... Unless it's in, like, one of these or something. Is there anything I want to research under spiritualism? Oh! I can look up the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn, also known as Hogda. To the layperson, not much is known about the Hogda. It is a secret magical society founded in England, although it is rumored to have further branches. Reportedly, the Golden Dawn's focus is on divine magical and spiritual development, though the specifics are unknown. Despite the Golden Dawn's enigmatic nature, its members may be recognized by its symbol, a Latin cross with a rose in its centre, and a pentagram, and several alchemical symbols on each arm. That was not very helpful. Are vampires under religion? Copies of the Bible sit here with their core texts of other faiths. It's interesting to see this so openly displayed. To some, this would be blasphemous. Is there anything I want to look up? I thought I'd be able to look up that verse that the Lady Seance was being threatened with. Blake history, Irish history, world history, flora and fauna. Do you think vampires are a fauna? Is there anything you want to look up? No, I guess. Medicine, sciences, psychology. I'm curious if we'll genuinely reach a point in this game where I'll want to use the time-wasting hourglass. It feels hard to imagine. Alright. I thought I'd be able to do something fun and cool in this room, and I absolutely can't, so I'm, like, for sure definitely leaving. Sago says, my weekly itinerary just says "we ball" over and over again. That's, I mean, keep it real, friend. That's the way to do it. Okay, so that's to there. The bathhouse is this way. So is it the other hallway? I had to take some, like, weird back way through. That's right, I forgot about that eagle vision my ancestors gave me. I think this is the way in. I think? Is this the one with the stupid... It is! So there's a diner near her named the Golden Dawn, and that's very silly. Is the sign for the Golden Dawn Diner like a Latin cross with whatever other jargon was established? Oh, brother, what was the number on the key that I got? Number 11. Probably should have remembered that. So that means it's in the ladies' room? I got a meeting in the ladies' room. I'll be back real soon. Richard said, I think I'm finally back. Take my connection by downloading a game. Oh, that's very familiar. Been there. 11. Use locker key. Ooh, a jewelry box. Ooh, a piece of candy. She received a threatening letter from Mr. Scarrett. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I don't know who that is. And I'm not sure that I care. I brought my dagger. I hope you're ready for what comes next, Scarrett. I mean, I assume it's like a musical number with the Jets and the Sharks. Can also make out the number 451. Must have been written on the page atop this one. I wonder why I would care. There is some jewelry. I wonder how important this is to Miss Dean that she left it behind. A stylized ring. And then a journal page. The missing page is from Miss Dean's journal. Oh, all of them? Oh, I thought it was just going to be one. Seems like Miss Dean sacrificed her friendship with Miss Quinn to gain access to some texts. When you say sacrifice, do you mean in some like weird occult way, or like how do you mean that? Understandably, Miss Quinn was not thrilled with this. This sentiment is confusing to me. Like, this shouldn't be that complicated of a concept, but like, this is phrased in such a peculiar way. Like, I feel like it's just sort of like she did something that upset Miss Quinn, and so they're not friends. But the way this is phrased sounds like supernatural. Like the friendship was some like tangible like essence that could be spent in a dark ritual in exchange for books. And just like the note, like it almost sounds like Miss Quinn later found out that their friendship had been destroyed. Friends, implications ambiguous. You and your disambiguation pages, Zacula. Partners, parentheses, parentheses, that weird shrugging, like emoticon thing. You know what, you've seen it, you know what's up. Okay, so I guess I should, I mean, for one... Oh, just kidding, I can't seem to close the locker, which is an interesting choice. I think that might be the only thing in the game so far that's worked like that. But also I should probably look at the missing pages from Miss Dean's journal. Quarantine, okay, that's not a real name. That is you misunderstanding quarantine as a concept. Is attending the grand séance. I should have expected to see her, of course, but she had kept such a low profile after our disagreement. I do regret it, of course. I should have been a more loyal friend, but I had to view that book while I could. I would say that the cost to entry was too high, but I would pay it again and again. I didn't think she cared so much for standing. I thought she'd understand, but my betrayal has clearly done more harm than I anticipated. She barely acknowledged me, and when I called her name, she looked at me with such anger in her eyes. I may try again to mend things between us, but she's in her books like never before. I doubt I will get near her. Mr. Scarrett's code. Okay, I guess I'll learn about Mr. Scarrett at some point, question mark. Hey, Katane, welcome to the stream. We're doing this game! We haven't done any magic today, but we did go in the ladies' room and open a locker and get a bunch of stuff. Oh, the thing I wanted to do was look at the rest of her journal again. If I can find it, for God's sake. Do you see what I mean about this inventory? Like, this sucks. This is so bad. Right, Mr. Dars. Miss Dean's journal. Boy, is that buried. She arrived, and it's like normal. She bumped into somebody and was not pleased to see them, so that was Miss Dean. Right. And then what follows immediately after that? That was just like thinking she wouldn't see her, I guess, at the end of that? Okay. But there might be like a more nuanced connection I didn't want to miss out on. No. Okay, I guess I'll just leave. Oh. Can't stop thinking about those soaps. Okay. So, we know that What's-Her-Face is in the library. Can I, like, leave through these? These are all locked, right? I can, like, only come to here from Non-Dantino's secret passage. Understood. Why would I go immediately for the door? Because I'm an idiot who doesn't pay attention? They were partners. Okay, so since that weird lady is in the library, I should be able to go to her room. Do I know what room that is? McLeod, Coventry, O'Finn, Erickson, Scarrett. Oh, Scarrett's is locked. I'd love to go in there. Oh no, yellow is... Oh, yellow is unlocked. Red is locked. I was looking at green as just being good to go through, but green is just like, was never locked, lol, lamau even. How am I enjoying the game? Yeah, so to summarize, the tutorial is god-awful. I think the tutorial is like an actual crime of like, this game isn't like perfect and is definitely not for everyone, but like when you are actually playing the game, it is like really novel and interesting, or at least it has been so far. But like the tutorial like paints like a completely different picture of what the game is like, and it's bad and unpleasant and it's not fun. Zaka says he needs assistance with an outside conversation. Pineapple and onion on pizza, yay or nay? I mean, I'm actually with Sarah, but like mainly because I just don't like onion basically at all. Pineapple, yes, but I don't like. I'm okay with pineapple, but I don't love pineapple on pizza because it always gets like baked to like this dull, dry state. But I'm not like ethically opposed to it the way the internet became like a few years ago. Like every now and then I'm like, yeah, I could go for like, you know, fruit on my pizza, and I'll like get like a Hawaiian pizza or something similar, and I'm always like, right, they kind of like ruin the pineapple. Like I like pineapple, but like when you bake it, it comes out weird. So I didn't. Callaghan, Dupre, Darcy, Quinn. So I gotta go to... Oh, Quinn's room was next to Dean's? That's curious. Where am I, by the way? I think it says pineapple and onion is my preferred topping combo. That's so unique. I mean, it's not for me just because onion's in there. That's like a hard pass. That is interesting. So I'm here. Doesn't seem like anyone is here. Just checking. So I don't feel like the game was doing this last week, but I feel like every now and then when I get really close to something, the camera starts like drifting in a weird way. I don't think it's the controller, but it could be. Okay, so it is important that I save, and I'll explain why. Because I don't... Well, actually, I have What's-Her-Face's agenda, right? So where is...
Did someone say birthday?
Hold on, I don't want to lose track of this. Wait, where's your dumb face? Not Darcy. Not Barbosa or Erickson. Quinn. Okay. So, I don't know where Quinn is going in the next hour, so I do have to save. The thing that I need to do is save because I have like 11 minutes before the hour changes, and I think if she comes back, then I like immediately lose the game? I'm not sure. I think that's how it works, but okay. Anyway.
Ole!
Neko's been hungry all day, but is finally cooking. I'm glad to hear that. I am sure that your skills will pay the proverbial bills. Let's go ahead and do that save I mentioned earlier. Chest of drawers. A journal. What are these dreams trying to tell me? That I am close to my goal? The answer feels so near. Down the next corridor, behind the next sigil. I must keep searching. Maybe what I seek is at the Seance. Maybe that is the dream's message. The Hunger Bills. Yes, of course. Which is much less exciting than the Hunger Games. But, like, no less important, right? The locket feels cool. Vanity box with a bunch of photos in it is good. Just kidding, there's like a shrouded lady either holding a cursed looking doll or like a demented child. Collection of mementos of deceased family members. Neat. Lock it in. A locket with 2 names etched into the framing. Alma and Julia. There's a photograph on either side, each of a young girl. One of them looks like they're wearing like a talisman from Jackie Chan Adventures. Do I want a sweet treat tonight? I feel like you know that I'm going to enable you, Cotillion, and say, like, obviously yes. I am curious what is being weighed as an option, but, like, do you expect me to say no? How quaint. I do definitely need to look at her shoes. Like, for show, okay. Multiple drawer things? That's really unusual. Oh, there's some hair in that brooch. That's good. It says Alexander Quinn from 1865 to 1896. So I assume we're trying to, like, resurrect at least one of these dead folks, right? Out of context, that statement. Which statement out of context? I don't think context is necessary for anything we've discussed, really. And I say that knowing almost full well what the answer to that question is. More photographs to memorialize the dead. Cool story. Some super occult-looking books. Some generic clothes. Even more photos of the dead? Okay, this gal could use a hobby. Neko suggests that Cotillion have 2 sweet treats for asking. And Sarah suggests that she also deserves a treat for Cotillion asking. And I agree. I agree fully with everyone. Wait, where are her shoes? Where are this lady's shoes? Is she me? Does she only own 1 pair of shoes? Well, that puts a real damper on my proceedings. I'm going to try the new Mocha Brownie Mudslide Blizzard. Oh, I haven't seen that one. Last time I was there, which was last weekend, don't at me, they just added... What do they call it? No, something. It's like marshmallow and Oreo and something interesting I don't remember. Some third thing. Some third thing that made it blue that I don't remember what it was. Yes, the Snowdrift Oreo Blizzard. That thing. This is the Quinn family seems to have a lot of recently dead. It's a wonder any of them are left at all. Are we sure they're all recently dead? Are the photos dated? Oh, that's right. Cake batter's the third thing. Right. A weird book, you say? This book appears to have been read many times. Nothing to be gleaned from that, then, huh? That's a choice, I suppose. Here's a fun fact for those of you who pay attention and like continuity. I still have the entire untouched extra large Blizzard from before Christmas in my freezer. I came home with so many excess desserts that weren't finished when the whole family was assembled that I'm really just kind of at the tail end of them now. By which I mean I have an entire tin of sugar cookies that my mom made on New Year's Day. An unspecified quantity because I've had enough other things that I haven't counted them. I just know I have them. I think I've gone through everything else or it has reached an expiration date. Aren't you worried about your untouched extra large Blizzard getting freezer burn? I mean, no, not really. It might get a little, but I don't really think so. This ice cream. It takes a while for ice cream to get freezer burn normally. It is a little more exposed, I'll grant you, because it's just in a big open cup. But, like, I'm not actually that worried about it. I think part of it is that, like, the weird quasi-dairy substance that is the Dairy Queen soft serve, like, has different properties. And I feel pretty confident that it makes it less prone to freezer burn. but I'm not a dairy scientist as much as I did miss my calling in life. I mean, look at these drawings. Some drawings, not sure of what. Perhaps she should stick to her poetry. Harsh but fair. How about we stick to her poetry? That guy says it's the law that we're not allowed to count how much of the sweet junk we eat at Christmas and New Year. I just mean, I don't know how much cookie is in that tin. I don't know if it's like a few days of cookie or like the blizzard is still on hold. I think those are of people. Yeah, I agree. I think it's actually pretty clear that the drawings are of people, editorials aside. Oh, continuing raises a good point. The law around here is that we rob from the weak, not the rich. Because we live in a dystopian sky town called Basel. Maybe a little tinfoil on the top of the blizzard would be good. Maybe, but then I don't know how to deal with the spoon that's still in there. Maybe it's so bad it looks like people. Oh, that's such a funny idea. That like someone's like accidentally really good at drawing people and they're like, wow, that's like an incredible likeness of like your sister. And it's like, it's supposed to be a dog. It's like, what? A published book of Miss Quinn's poetry with scraps of paper containing annotations and drafts tucked between pages. Really not gleaning a lot from these like seemingly important details. Okay. Let's, I'm gonna go ahead and save over my save. I should look at the grimoires. Put a little tinfoil hat on the spoon. I mean, maybe that works. Grimoires, most of them printed, one in Miss Quinn's hand, all of them annotated and nearly worn out at the spine. Seems they've been used quite extensively over the years, and the handwritten ones seem to be the product of enormous time and effort. So that's just clothes. There's none shoes, but there is a weird robe I can look at. I'm a little curious how the game behaves when I stay in a potentially hazardous room at the hour crossover. I honestly think the last thing I want to check is in there, unless I'm missing something. Not that it does me much good because I have just that 1 minute to work. I mean, I could check her stationery, but I don't think it's incriminating. Right, I checked all of these, right? No time cost. No time cost on photos. Stop moving slightly too far to one side. No time cost. No time cost. All of the clothes. Some dress clothes. Nothing important. It says, I saw a meme the other day that said the tinfoil hat has been gentrified and included a picture of an article describing a new beanie lined with tinfoil that's supposed to protect your brain from 5G brain fog. There's so many things that generate brain fog, and even though I agree that we don't necessarily know the full extent of what's going on with all these wireless signals, 5G is not at the top of my brain fog concerns. I'll keep it real with you. Personally, at the top of my concerns are the fact that I basically haven't slept in 2 days. That's how I'm doing. So, are we arrested? Did we lose the game? No. She's apparently out kibitzing, maybe. Unclear. Is it possible, though, that someone will see me leave this room? Okay, hang on. Sarah has written a poem. There once was a man in a game who asked 20 people their name. He stared at their shoes and ate not when he chose, and his pockets were never the same. That's very good. I like that a lot. Also, I appreciate the use of the word choose. It makes me think of Billiam's like 24-hour retrospective on the TV series Lost, where in order to differentiate the title of the show and the concept of being lost, which happens multiple times in the TV show Lost, he started saying loosened when it wasn't the title of the show, and it still amuses me every time I think about it. Okay, so is there anything of particular interest going on with the timetable of any person I know of? S. Murphy in the kitchen basement. Don't know how to get there. I'm sorry, someone in the next hour is just away? That's odd. So that didn't help me deduce much immediate value. But it was a safe thing to do and probably a good use of my time. Let's make a... You know what? I'm gonna add like one more new save, but I think I can mostly rotate through these. Okay, so I don't immediately know where anyone is. I can try to like listen at doors to see if I can break into them, but I feel like there is still some risk in doing that. I might be wrong. Maybe the game is like meant to just be like, if you listen, you're good. I don't know. Wait, hang on. Zagula doesn't know King's Quest Chapter 2? How is that possible? Everyone knows King's Quest Chapter 2. He hasn't heard of the pregnant... What's funny is, like... I guess maybe the other one's not pregnant. There's a situation in the game I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream where you, like, similarly just, like, put an entire, like, hostile woman in your pocket. And it's, like, just... It's, like, even dumber. IMO. Eavesdrop.
What do you make of this, then, sir?
I was rather hoping you might be able to tell me.
Do I know either of these people? There's, like, way too many characters in this game.
I've not the faintest. But I noticed that it's finally gone down.
Has it now?
Aye, sir. It's been climbing all week, but finally went the other way this morning.
Okay, so if, like, people who work here, like, don't know its deal, when and how did it get here? Best go over here dropping eaves. You know I got them Butterfingers from eating all that Dairy Queen? Why does the bottom step have a face? Because, that's what this game calls jack-o'-lanterns. And I'll be fielding no more questions on that. There's, like, one, like, right in the entrance of the hotel, too. Like, you walk in, and I think it's, like, one on either side of the first doorway.
How odd. I wonder what caused that.
I'm not sure that was really worthy of eavesdropping. Also, does eavesdropping not cost time? Never noticed that before. So it says that she loves the stare face, and she will squeeze him and love him. Okay, Elvira. Does everything but eavesdropping cause time? It is also the case that opening doors between rooms and, like, opening containers like dressers and boxes doesn't cost time. Can't go in the dining room. It's the nicest thing anyone's ever said to you. Welcome? I'm glad at least that you understood that, I hope. Like I mentioned earlier, he didn't know the... No, I did see that discussion on the Discord, that, like, Zacula was, like, unfamiliar with Sunfish Pocket's Poseidon and how the mermaids function, and that's, like, wild to me. Like, I don't know how that's possible. What's going on in this hallway? Bed linens and towels. Bed linens and towels. Wait, both the supply closet and the washroom are mostly... Whatever, it's fine. What's going on over here? Does this lead to the... Yeah, I kind of want to see who's out in the gardens. I gotta get that staff-only key. I bet it's sick. Ooh. Yoink.
I'm glad to be outside again. That house? The air is heavy in there.
Dang, isn't this that guy that I hate?
Likely the spirits.
Yeah, it is. It's that guy who, like, every time he talks, he just says, like, nothing.
Yes, I know. I'm not used to being near so many.
Well, it is the sort of place where they would be common.
They are more than common here. What has happened in this house?
I don't know a single card game that has extra common as, like, a card rarity. So I guess it says, I remember Sunfish Pocket from Somnium, but struggle to remember any specific details about all three of those games. Well, I'm pretty sure that's working as intended. But, like, Sunfish Pocket is like a maid cafe, but instead of maids, they're mermaids. And the whole premise is that, like, they're mermaids who have legs because Poseidon gave them the gift of legs and feet so that they could procure foreign currencies from the labor market, or however exactly it's phrased. And basically the idea is they don't want you to think about the fact that they should have tails, I guess, or whatever, but they do want you to think about the fact that you should, like, tip them generously and pay lots of money.
I suspect the same thing that happens everywhere people have power and no consequences.
See? That way, this place does feel like home.
Next he's going to tell us he remembers the pain he felt in a dream. He better not. He had better forget the pain he felt in a dream. Alright, these characters don't seem very helpful or important. One thing that we did do the last time we were playing the game. Hey, wait, what was the thing that we got from... We found, like, buried treasure in the stupid yard. What did we actually get? Why am I able to ask a bunch of people about that lady's specific hair necklace? Oh, that's right. I got 2 sigils. I don't know what they do. Open and close. That was what I got. But since they're, like, hidden, there's no way to know how to use them. The abandoned residence. So, like, I got a thing that was telling me, like, I should try to go talk to the young master because he, like, lives in a part of the house that could, like, have seen the whatever happened to Evelyn when she was in the hedge maze.
And you're back.
Sure, I'll ask this druid about an old Irish grimoire. Can you ask Mr. O'Fit about unicorn horns? Not yet, I can't. Where did you find a thing like that? Can't read the words, never learned the letters, but those markings in the columns? That's Ogum, and I can read that. It is of the meaning of gateway or door, but not quite. Something akin to both, but less mundane than either.
I should go.
Only do something if you...
This is the maze, yeah? What's the other... What's going on over there? Churchyard, but it is locked. What's interesting is that's locked, but the Blake family residence is, like, duper locked. It just has an X through it, like nothing else I think I've seen so far. Druid guy's kind of great. He is, But he hasn't really contributed much so far, other than just being like a really good addition, character design wise. No, Science Lady is just like hanging out, huh? Did I learn anything that would be useful with that like weird sealed ring well? Maybe I didn't, but what about Rogue from the X-Men? A character I haven't talked to yet. Isn't she like married or something? Necklace. Her like team logo is the Celtic cross necklace. Similar to many worn by Catholics in the country. She has a charm bracelet. Folk jewelry. She has a tan on her skin as if she spent time working outside. Feels like a unrelated thought to folk jewelry, but okay. She's got patches on her clothes. And color in her hair. Stark streak of white runs through her otherwise red hair. Talk.
Hello. I don't believe we've met.
We have not. I'm Declan Ward.
Oh, apparently I'm called Declan Ward.
just
I'm like the
yesterday
least
from
interesting
Dublin.
man in the world.
And yourself, ma'am.
Fia Callahan. No need for the formalities. I arrived at the hotel just a few days ago, but I've lived in the area all my life.
Hey, wait, was this well sealed on the top? Did she open this? Also, it'd be really funny if this, because it's spelled different, but it's clearly pronounced Fia, or so they'd have us believe. And the voice actress who played Fia in Old Skies is also in this game. It would have been really funny if they had cast it that way. It's just Fia again. She just time traveled. Like, I think you kind of pronounce the D, but I think it's like one of those weird things where, like, over time you just say it quick enough, it, like, sounds different.
Ah, a local. A good person for a stranger to become acquainted to.
Oh, I'm not just local. I'm
heck?
the local bandry, Declan. A wise woman. I've come to minimize the damage of this damnable seance.
Or you could just not go and decrease the counter. You said a weird word. What's that? You mentioned being a bean drawer. What is that? It's like a hedge witch. Oh, okay. Okay. In fairness, I think I have heard of the term hedge witch exactly once, and it is in like the original Magic the Gathering Morrowind block, which is based on like Celtic mythology. So I guess that tracks. Did she actually pronounce that? The word she did. I didn't. Look after the land too, really though. Elaine and his people are intertwined, so it's all one. What are the duties of the beam drive? Oh, what else is there to say? Healing of the land, the body, mind, all of that. Some veterinary work, blessings on the land, and tributes to keep other folk happy. I do the odd bit of scrying for those with the need for it. My god, what? Why do I get like so many things to talk about with this lady? Try to train successors, or at least I try. Rory has been on and off that path these days. Okay, you said another name? Wait, I gotta ask her about the well symbols, because she's just like chilling. I noticed the well's been covered in these strange symbols. You have any idea what they mean? I should certainly hope so. I'm the one who drew them. I know her. She's me. The land here has suffered, Declan. I fear this seance and all its agendas may push her past her edge. That well is a pillar of the land. It has been since the time of the gods. If it is safe, the land will be safe. Symbols are simply protective. I fear all these short-sighted people have left us more in need of an optician than a healer. Dude, this guy's got so much crap to say. You're losing your mind. Why, sir? Because I'm doing such a good job of pronouncing words. Let me ask about her folk jewelry, and then maybe her hair color, and then I'll get like 80 other things to ask about. I don't believe I've seen jewelry of that sort. Well, it's handmade. Some brings me luck, some of it protects me. They're old crafts, but not soon forgotten. Alright, super helpful. How about that hair? I'd ask how you came to have a white streak in your hair? Had it all my life. You should have seen me with it when I was a little girl. Some people believe it's a sign of wisdom to be born with such a thing, you know. I can't say for certain that's true, but I do like the idea.
I'll let you go.
You take care now, Declan. And don't forget to get a bite to eat into you. It's going to be a long day.
Well, it's still like 3 hours till lunch, lady. Okay, hold on. Oh no, I talked to this guy. This is the weird guy from the start that I was like obliged to talk to. It's like tutorial part B. Do I have anything interesting to talk to this guy about? I don't know.
Hello again, Monsieur Ward.
I guess I could ask him about the stupid hair ornament. Oh, I should be asking people about the bridge game, huh? Didn't happen to attend that bridge game on Tuesday, did you? Not one for socializing. Find anything more interesting to pass your time? Ah, you are probing. Have something you want, no? Information, perhaps. I suppose we are friends now that you have done me a favor, yes? The answer's the boring one. I sat the event out. Found a pleasant nook in the northeast corridor and read. But you do not need to trust me, Miss Shore, though it is the truth. The cook, Mademoiselle Murphy, I had asked her to bring me a sandwich that evening. She could attest to my whereabouts. Not sure why I need that, but okay. The dumb hair thing. Do you happen to know about any unusual deaths among the Quinn family? Yes, I've heard it said that the Quinn family is cursed, but you've met Mademoiselle Quinn. She seldom talks about it, and certainly not for any sort of... Listen, I ain't talked to nobody about... Do you have any idea how costly it is to have a conversation with someone in this game? Also, just like 20 gosh darn folks here. You gotta be kidding. Gotta be joking. I don't consider it my business in any professional sense. I'll say this. I don't know about any sort of magic tied to it, but the Quinns believe they're cursed. Whether or not they're right, it's probably not without reason. From what I've gathered, the family's been the victim of tragedy more times than they can count. No, I can ask about the Quinn curse, I guess. I don't
That's
know
all.
who.
Kakam.
Maybe I can ask Quinn about it, but now I don't know where to find her. It's really funny. So, like, I was, like, extremely hungry this afternoon. My, like, eating schedule's been, like, super weird as of late. Ooh, look at this big rock. Well, it's standing so with a geometric pattern on it. Wonder if it's real or replica. But, like, I was, like, ridiculously hungry after work today. And, like, really struggled to have enough energy to even, like, make dinner. And then, like, the second I finished, even though I ate, like, the same amount I always do, I was just, like, completely full. And I was like, that's so weird. Why was I so hungry and now, like, so full when, like, everything is the same as usual? Hey, lady. Did you go to the bridge game?
Signor Ward.
The only cards that interest me are the tarot. It was those I was reading when they played their game.
That's all.
Of course.
I don't think there's anything interesting happening here. You're still here, huh, Ghost?
Can you tell me your name?
Must be some means to communicate with her. Grab your Ouija board. Alright, well, I kind of know who's here, whatever. The thing is, I don't really have, like, any particularly strong leads of, like, people I should be, like, scrutinizing in particular. So it's, like, hard for me to gauge, like, who I should, like, look into. Since, like, currently that seems to be where my leads are at. Is just sort of, like, generically, like, rule out people with the wrong shoe size and figure out who can't use magic. So she has experienced a similar thing of being, like, extra hungry but then too full. It's upsetting. I don't like it. But I'll also say this. So today, after dinner, I did have a treat, which was one of the brownies from that local bakery. You know, the one that comes in, like, 4 quarters that are each basically their own brownie. And, like, those are from, like, basically 2 weeks ago. They were, like, the Saturday after Christmas we got them. And I swear to God, it tastes like exactly as fresh as the day it was made. It doesn't taste like even remotely stale after 2 weeks. Like, I don't know what they're doing over there. Like, that's not normal. I guess my eczema has been killing me all week and it's finally okay enough for me to cook. What, like the steam from cooking has been, like, agitating it further? That sucks. But, like, yeah, I mean, like, the big thing I got hit with this week is, like, sleep. So, serious question. Like, I'm not making this up or trying to do, like, a spooky time with this game with its weird dream things. Has anyone ever experienced a type of dream where you are, like, definitely dreaming, but you are, like, fully conscious of your real-life body? It hasn't happened to me a ton, but it has happened to me twice this week, and I hate it. It's awful. Because, like, it's, like, it has to be, like, the furthest thing from, like, REM sleep, or it's, like, an actual, like, magical curse or something. But, like, basically you don't feel rested at all because you feel conscious the entire time.
Do you have the master key for the southeast corridor?
Ooh, tell me where it is.
Oh no, Mr. Varley. I only had the atrium master key with me today.
Don't I have an atrium master key?
I can fetch it for you. It's only on the room cart in the supply closet.
Thank you. Now, one of the guests has lost her key, and I was hoping I could use this to get her back in.
Might Mr. Hunter have it?
No, I was just out in the stables. He has the northwest corridor locked away in his safe there.
So if I can get into his safe, I would be able to get that key.
I don't suppose Mr. Doyle had it.
Mr. Doyle's key privileges have been revoked.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I forgot he locked the southwest key in the basement storage. Has he not gotten that out yet?
No, he claims he can't find a way through, but I'm telling you what I told Mr. Hunter. Do not do it for him. And that is not all. The fool also lost the northeast corridor master in one of the unassigned rooms.
That one I know I for sure have.
What? What in the heavens was he doing in there?
I do not know, but I doubt it was cleaning. When you have time, perhaps you would see if you can find it and clean up anything he's done.
Oh, Mr. Farley, I've had it up to here with that boy.
I appreciate that. I would also appreciate some decorum with Miss Mantovani. She's the Marquess guest and the host of this seance, which you know is important to the future of this manor. Once this whole business is done, she and the rest of the guests will be moving on. It is only a few days' decency, Mrs. Joyce.
So she doesn't like... What's-her-face, huh? What's happening? Okay. It's a weird scene. Useful information to have. I've made note of it. Many doors require a key to open. Keys can be found by exploring. Where to explore is guided by the note you just took. Fair enough. So, I think I have 2 of these. Which, maybe that means I'm really good at this game, or maybe it's irrelevant. Southeast corridor key is missing. So that's the one that he wanted to use to get What's-Her-Face into the room because I stole her key. The atrium key is in the supply closet. Now, when you say the supply closet, No, wait, the supply closet, I think, is the one that has the secret passage that leads to the bath locker. So that, I think, is the other one I have, the atrium key. I'm pretty sure that's correct. Northeast corridor key, we looked in like 2 of the 3 unassigned rooms, and we found that like almost immediately. So the other ones I don't have. Southwest key in the basement, I have no idea how to get in the basement. The northwest key is locked away in the stable safe. Now, I don't think I know how to get in the stable safe, but I did get a mysterious, like, 3-digit number that doesn't seem like it's tied to the stables, but I guess it vaguely could be. It's like it says, locked doors require keys to open. Thanks, video game! Yeah, I know. This, they're really not holding your hand with this one, huh? Save it, why don't you? Sure, I will. Maybe I will. Let's analyze Mrs. Joyce. She's got that cross, the St. Brigid cross. Which, again, so, like, Brigid's got to be, like, yeah, an Irish thing. Because, like, Brigid is also the name of a character from Lorwyn. Which is the Celtic set of Magic the Gathering. Which is a really funny ability that I've never managed to successfully make a deck around. But I still kind of want to. One of the Irish patron saints. Yabba Baba. Yabba Baba Boo. Knowing smile. I have the impression she knows more about those around her than they would like. Cool. Oh, that's all. I thought there were 3 for some reason. Good talk.
Hello. Declan Ward, miss. Pleased to meet you.
Oh, God bless you, sir. It isn't often someone introduces themselves to the help. Caitlin Joyce, I'm the housekeeper here. If there's anything you need,
Master
just
Keys.
come right to me.
Tell me how to get in the basement.
Oh, well, thank you, Mrs. Joyce. I'll try not to be a bother.
Nonsense, Lord knows. We could use someone normal at this damnable seance. Why the Marquess saw fit to risk our immortal souls bringing that Satanism here is beyond me. Why, I've half a mind to...
Gonzaga says the help. Oh yeah, you could say stuff like that back then. Well, she can say it because she is, quote, the help. That's her word.
Oh, don't mind me, sir. Just getting crotchety in my old age.
There's something in my mind that's really funny about asking a person about their knowing smile. Let's ask about it. Anyway, I have the impression, Mr. Joyce, that little gets past you around here. Oh, no more than any housekeeper, sir. We all get all sorts of little insights into the guests, you know. Darn it, I was hoping she'd, like, give some of those. As a member of the staff, what do you know about the bridge game? Understand there was a bridge game held on Tuesday. Yes, not that I'd know about it. I left some bottles and glasses out the night before and saw myself out. If they can flirt with the devil, they can pour their own drinks, I'm sure. Doping equals drinking? I believe so. It escapes me why that's... It's interesting that she is the only person I can ask about that. I hesitate to ask, but would you mind keeping an eye on Mr. Doyle? I fear he may have taken to self-medicating. Oh, that. Don't worry, sir. I'll set him straight. He's a good boy at heart, I promise you. Just needs a little guidance. At least he has Father Sinnott to help him along. Always together recently, the two of them. Sure it'll do Seamus some good. So I don't think anything else is, like, immediately important. I guess I should be asking people about this, because this charm was in the chimney and Missing Lady's room. Found this on the grounds. What do you make of it? Don't wave it around, sir. It could be dangerous. Miss Hunter's the man you want. And Mr. Hunter's the man you want. Always studying up on this sort of thing. Know thy enemy. Isn't Mr. Hunter the horse trainer? Let's look at Mr. Coventry. His expression is my mood. He's got, was that like mercury or something? His hands are stained with something I cannot tell what. Are we doing Apollo justice and we can see his sweat happening in real time? Is that the other one? He's not wearing a brooch, so... Clearly I'm the idiot. Where's the other thing? Oh, hang on. It's over here. What is it? Okay, I do object a little bit to this. The consequences aren't significant, but like this does not look considerably dirtier than like anything over here. Dusty clothes. Either he's recently been moving around in old spaces or has not cleaned the suit in a while. The blizzard was delicious. Good. I'm glad to hear it, Cotillion. Zaka says, I'm not big on ice cream, but you guys have been making me want to go to DQ. Well, you should always want to go to DQ. That's, I mean, obviously.
Ah,
hey, buddy, what's on your hands?
Day. I don't believe we've met.
Alan says he would go to Dairy Queen if it were over 30 degrees Fahrenheit. Why would that stop you?
My name is Simon Coventry. I'm a jeweller from London. Who might you be?
Declan Ward, sir. Pleased to meet you.
No, very pleased to meet you, I'm sure.
No, pleased to meet you.
This is my first séance, and I must say that everyone is so very interesting.
Well, I hope not to disappoint.
I'm sure you won't, dear boy. Now, can I help you?
Zaka says, oh god, more characters we still haven't introduced ourselves to. Like, I'm not even sure we're like halfway through meeting the characters, Zacula. And that's assuming that like none more get added later in the game. I think we're like kind of approaching half. Isn't that horrifying? I find it upsetting. Like, that might be, outside of the tutorial, that might be the worst part of this game. Ooh, I can ask him about a stylized ring for reasons unknown. It's an odd question, Mr. Coventry, but have you noticed Mrs. Darcy's brooch? Yes, I have. Hard not to spot a piece like that in my trade, but I must say it seemed familiar to me somehow. From what you've seen of it, do you think it matches this ring? Ah, that's how I know it. It was her man, Cecil Darcy, who told me of this event. He wanted his ring, this ring, resized for a lady's finger. He was unsure of the size of the ring finger, though, so he didn't get it done at the time. Imagine a man not knowing his wife's ring size. Well, about that. They were partners. In this the year of our Lord 1897. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's not a thing they were saying in 1897. Am I wrong? Okay, anything else of interest with this guy? Probably ask this fool about his hands. Oh, I'm supposed to know this guy's a jeweler. I think he said that when he introduced himself, but I was busy not paying attention to it. Hey, what's up with your hands? Ah, they are stained. My apologies. I must admit, it took some work with me. I was working on some pieces in my room before I stepped out. Should have done a better job cleaning up after myself. It almost goes so far as to say this guy blew himself. Except it's gray. Bridge game. There was a bridge game. I had to dust off my skills, but it was a fun little game altogether. Might I ask who played? I may try to round up a game myself, so it'd be good to know who plays. Ah, yes, well, myself, Miss Callaghan, Mrs. Darcy, Miss Barbosa, Miss Quinn, Mrs. Lau were there, and the Marquess Blake joined, too. Oh, and the doctor stepped in for, I want to say Mr. Scarrett, who dropped out for some reason at the last moment. Oh, we gotta look into this Scarrett guy. Super sketchy. Anyway, thanks for the list, bro.
I should close the mystery of who fought with Miss Dean. If I can form a hypothesis, I will learn something useful for my investigation.
Right, but I don't have enough for a hypothesis, right? You're just saying that because I now have like a list of suspects? Wait, sorry, what explains why lunch is at 3? Oh, that's not how stuff works. Hold on. Alright. And Zango says I could eat my body weight in garlic bread. What would be concerning about that? Does bread make you fat? Okay, so do I have a key to Barbossa's room? If I do, I should probably go there, would be a good place to go. Barbossa, I sure do. Let's go upstairs. Let's go upstairs. Psycho says he's not a huge steak guy. I assume not, because then you'd be like a minotaur, right? Slightly to my left. She's like the first one. She should be... This should be fine, because I know she's like outside talking to that guy I hate. She's also one of the people in the bridge group, which is why I want to investigate her room, because I know both of those two things. Let's do a save, cause it's dangerous. Nope, not looking at them clothes. Ooh, a book. This book appears to have been read many times. God, I hate it when you do that. Ooh, an incriminating document. Travel documents detailing a journey from Brazil in March of this year. She started in Lisbon in June, then worked her way up to Ireland over 3 months. She was in Ireland for about 6 weeks before the event. Wait a minute. What's that going on down there? Some Olos by Machado de Assis. Shoes! She seems to prefer a medium boot. I think that means she's in contention for doing the crimes. Medium is what we're looking at. Some clothes. Hello. It's beautiful and looks like it won't open without some effort. Looks like to open it, I'll need to navigate the emerald into the rightmost extrusion. Oh my god, it's that stupid traffic game. You know the one. Pretty sure I have like unlimited time to do this. You love the stupid traffic game. You know of it then. Wait, can I not move the... Oh, I can. Okay. Is there a reason why, like... Kind of, right? It's like if I move this stuff all out of the way, I kind of need to... I love that there's like a reset button for like multiple reasons. One, like, it assumes that it's like trivially... Oh, that's like actually much easier than I was expecting that to be. But like, it makes it sound like it'd be like really easy to like reset this so she wouldn't know that I like did this. But like also that you couldn't just like fail state yourself by being an idiot. I did that thing. I don't know which one I looked at first. The game stuttered for a second there. A burial record from late last year. It is mostly in Portuguese, but from what I can make out, it seems to be for Miss Barbossa's mother. Journal. The only thing of note here is the following. Why do my dreams have me stuck in this place? It's endless halls and confusing doors. I want to get out, but I can't. So when I was having that stupid, like, conscious dream last night, like, the entire duration of it was just, like, me waiting in a fictional restaurant trying to get someone to take, like, a drink order. And it just, like, I just kept getting, like, shoved into different parts of the place. And, like, I would wait, and, like, no one would ever come. And I'd, like, try finding someone, and then they would go to where I was. And then I'd get shoved some other, like, just, like, a really weird, useless experience of, like, strange dream anxiety while, like, not getting any rest. It was awesome. The night that the dream does not wake me, I end up at the Séance. I think my father is there? Also, I'm, like, naked and I didn't study for the final exam? A photograph of a younger Inez Barbosa with a woman who bears a striking resemblance to her. Her mother, perhaps? I hate that for you, Vasco. I also hate that for me. We have that in common. Personal items. A few personal items. Thanks. Thank you for that. I think stationery is filler. Oh, hang on. Her schedule. Noted her movements in my timetable like an absolute creep. Ooh, she got herself a whole bookshelf in here. Dang. Number of books here. It doesn't seem to be any sort of unifying theme. That's your whole takeaway from that, huh? All right, okay. Guys, it's the land records book. That one lady, Quinn, the medicine woman, wanted this. Or she wanted one. I don't know if it's this one. Maybe there's like a bunch of these around. I think I have seen one somewhere else. I don't know. Record of local land records from the library here. Oh, it's from the library. So like that's, I mean, yeah. Uh-huh. Weird. Dude says, I've never had the naked in public dream, but I've had the didn't study in class one regularly. I've very rarely had the didn't study one. I guess I've also very rarely had the naked one, but not none. Not none naked. Not a lot going on here. I just know her shoe size. And I guess I know her, like, movements or whatever. Miss Quinn will be so excited. I know! And then maybe she'll talk to me. And I think there was a reason I wanted that, but I have no idea what it was. Did I hallucinate, or did that squeak, like, crazy loud for no reason? Demolition says, I think I have maybe a nightmare a year. Stop bragging. Any idea how often I have nightmares? I mean, since 2016, like, all the time. Before 2016, like, not extremely much of the time. I do feel like I should say this because I feel like it bears observation. Every aspect of being alive is better when the world is not, like, incredibly hostile at all times. Like, it just disrupts everything in ways that, like, don't make obvious sense, even. So the problem is, like, do I know where Miss Quinn is? Maybe I can, like, fumble over to her room and, like, see if she's in it. Maybe if we play this game for 40 hours, I'll figure out where everyone is. Because, like, I was not having, like, these recent sleep issues until current events got real bad. Can't hear anything. Okay, so she's not here. But then where... Oh, let's go to, like, we haven't gone out to the front yard since the hour turned over. It is interesting the precise amount you can get done in, like, roughly an hour in this game. Maybe someone of interest is in the front yard or the lobby or something. Oh, also I'm supposed to talk to the horse guy. Oh yeah, wasn't there like a apparition in the luggage room or some nonsense? Oh, hey, wait a minute. Yeah, I got a screwdriver. Let me unscrew this thing. Uh-oh. Is this bad?
It's a letter. Crumpled, but readable.
I mean, crumpled doesn't often mean unreadable. Sarah says, sometimes I have dreams that happen in real life too, which is weird. Yeah, I've had that since I was a kid. To me, that's what deja vu is that I have the dream, and then at some future point, I realize that it is an experience that I had in a dream. Because I did not forget the pain that I felt in a dream.
To Miss Evelyn Dean.
Oh.
We have never met, but I know who you are. What you are.
Does that not happen? Is that not what you're describing, Sarah? I feel like that's what you were describing.
Why does magic come so easily to you? Yet you struggle with reaching your full potential. I know you've been asking this for a long time, and I have the answers. There's a seance being held on October 31st at Blake Manor in Connemara. Believe me when I say it will change your life forever.
I haven't actually met anyone outside my family who has also had that happen. I feel like I've met like one other person who's like copped to that happening. Like to me, it just has happened for a long time, and it just is. So like, I don't really question it. It's not like it's useful, really.
There you can unlock your true potential, your true destiny. Power is for the deserving, Evelyn. Do you deserve it? It isn't signed.
I think I had that experience when I was even younger, like first or second grade, maybe. Like, I think elementary school was the first time I had it happen. It doesn't happen like very frequently, but it has happened before. Not signed. Weird. Potentially useful. Could definitely have something to do with motive. Did I use up the screwdriver? Is that what's being implied? I could definitely stand to use up some inventory items. Oh yeah, by the way, this is what I was talking about. When you come in the front door of the hotel, there's 3 of these little guys that everyone's fond of. I thought it was just 2, but it's 1 on the left, 2 on the right. So response to that with "my friends" in all caps. Oh, hey, it's the porter. Hey, buddy. Oh, is that horse guy?
Sir, need something?
I don't think this guy can tell me anything interesting about the bridge game. I don't really care about the treasure map. I don't know anything about the chimney charm yet, so I might as well ask him if he's one of the people on the list. I've seen Mr. Hunter with the... Oh, Mr. Hunter's the guy I'm supposed to ask about. Good job, Vasco. Thanks for wasting that minute. You're welcome, Vasco. Great. I'm so proud of us. Anything to say about this weird invitation I found? She was specifically invited to the manor, wasn't she? Oh, I wouldn't know about that, sir. They keep me out of decision-making. I don't know what they're thinking or hiding. I'm glad she was, though. Can't ask a follow-up question about that? That feels weird.
Yeah, all right.
Mystery also claims to have those dreams and demolition. I mean... Sarah says it's insane that we ended up here. I wonder what will happen when we all meet. I assume that we would, like, save the cheerleader and then save the world, right? Probably? Seems like the most likely thing to me.
I see you're taking the horse and carriage out.
Aye, well, that's in a delivery. I've got to go chase up on it now. With my luck, we'll be spending tomorrow morning hefting the stuff down to the basement.
Chimney charm. Did you now? Well, it wouldn't do much good just lying about. It'd need to be hidden somewhere close to the person it was intended for. At least that's how I imagine these things work. That, my brother, that's barely half an answer. What an annoying amount of information to provide me, you ding-dong. Hunter is not part of the bridge game crew, right? And if I can ask about this document, I should. I wonder if Miss Dean was personally invited to this event. Miss Mantovani was, if I've heard right. Can't say for sure on Miss Dean. Didn't hear from the staff or from her, and I suspect she'd have made it known. Not sure why anyone would invite that trouble on themselves. Okay, people keep saying these weirdly inflammatory things about the missing lady I'm trying to find, and then I don't ask any questions, and I really think our character's an idiot. Whatever, fine.
Right, yeah.
Sarah says she'd rather be the Sailor Scouts. Oh man, chat crew, have you been watching these Team 4-star like Toonami dubs of Sailor Moon, they're very good. The second one was insanely good. Bits and pieces. They're like 15 minutes long. You zap frying your Pop-Tarts over there? That's like a 5-level Brian Regan joke. Don't worry about it. Darn, I want to go in there and presumably, like, steal something. So she owns all the Sailor Moon seasons in English. Yeah, I mean, I definitely watched the English dub myself. When they released the new series, to my knowledge, at least at the time, there wasn't like an English release like widely available, and it was just like really hard for me to be like, but like they're not the voices that I know. It feels like really hot in here today, more so than usual. Yeah, the Dick yeah, I definitely remember the like geek logo at the end of those, which I think Inspector Gadget also had that, right? Does this lead to the same library? Is that still where Quinn is? I have a book for her. Oh my god, she's still here.
What? Listen, sir, I don't want...
Give her the records book. Why would I not give her the record? Give her the records book.
I believe I might have the records you're looking for.
Wait, you... Look at that, you do indeed. Where was it?
Well... Maybe you shouldn't say.
Miss Barbosa had it.
He says that so angrily. That's like the most passion he's had this entire game. Like he literally, like a actual, like verifiable spirit jumped out of a well and like jump scared this guy. He saw like a spooky lady like dissolve into ravens on a dark and stormy night. And the most emotion this guy has had is like, some lady I barely know had a book I don't know anything about. How dare she?
How did she get it? Of
No.
course. I loaned it to her during tea and then forgot. Too many late nights researching. Speaking of which, on page 78 and... Oh, that's what I was looking for. Thank you, sir. You've helped me a lot. I don't know why you would, but you have. I don't think... I haven't seen you before the incident with the bird, unless I'm wrong.
Rest assured, miss, we haven't met. My name's Declan Ward.
The boringest man in the
I've only
world.
arrived recently.
Cryptic says, you know, that's fair. I mean, didn't give the book back. It's pretty rude.
Even then, I could still have missed you if you hadn't come by the library, I mean.
So she also just turned the ceiling fan on. I mean, yeah, but like, I don't know. The AC probably should be covering it, but it naturally get kind of hot in here while streaming with the lights and the computer on and stuff. So, like, if I really could be bothered, I should probably just, like, turn the thermostat down a degree or two, but I'm probably not doing that. My favorite thing to do is to, like, suffer and inconvenience myself and then be mad that the world isn't kinder to me. That's, like, my favorite game. Followed closely by Raincoat, as you know.
Anyhow, I'm pleased to meet you, Mr. Ward. My name is Quarantine Quinn.
That's
You can
such
call
a
me
big
Quarantine,
name.
and I might now owe you a favor. But for now, thank you sincerely. And do please excuse me, I have work to do.
Turn the ceiling fan up a notch or two. I mean, it only has one notch to go up. I'm legitimately a little bit concerned that if I turned it to maximum speed, that velocity may dislodge one of these lights that don't sit super securely on my desk and cause what I would describe as a significant kerfuffle. Zacula says, to be fair, causing your own suffering then complaining about it does feel kind of satisfying. Yeah, that's why I have a Twitch channel. That's like that's what we're doing here. If you didn't catch the subtext, that's like my whole existence. Oh, and she's gone now. She left a scrap of paper just for me. What is Miss Quinn planning? Find the body of water. Hang on, what? I like that she left her schedule book in here like a completely reasonable human being. By which I mean gosh darn psychopath. Scrap of paper. It seems to suggest an intention to undertake something strange. I can only ask her about it. I'm so glad that she just left. Oh, I have a whole mystery for this, huh? Investigate the mystery of the fight. I mean, we've only seen the Marquess like once, but like Marquess seems like such like a lady nobility title that it throws me off that that dude looks like Hitler in miniature. Sure is like a lot of stuff over here, huh? Well, I don't think I'm asking the Marquess about this anytime soon. Found out what I know from Mr. Coventry. Dude, I don't know where to find Dr. I gotta find this guy. I gotta figure out more about Scarrett. Scarrett seems sketchy. Ah, crap. Mr. Dupre was involved? I somehow missed that. I really don't like that guy. He sucks. So I gotta go to... Northeast Corridor? Sackler, you bought the official horrific necktie from Disco Elysium when they released it as merch? I did not actually know that they did that, but I probably should have assumed. I love how boring Mr. Dupre is. I mean, my character's the one with the interesting problem. The problem of being uninteresting. The thing I don't like about Mr. Dupre is that every time I talk to him, like, he doesn't even, like, talk in riddles. He just, like, says, like, words that don't mean anything. Hey, buddy.
Hello again, my friend.
Discuss evidence. Discuss the bridge game. Did you attend Tuesday's bridge game? Almost, but the lovely Miss Mantovani offered me a reading. How could I have refused? So I skipped the game. I guess I could verify that with her.
Not at all, Mr. Wu.
Well, something I want to ask her. Okay, so hold on. Mr. Toussaint claims that Miss Murphy can attest to his whereabouts. Right. No, this is what I need to deal with. Not like people connected to the top point. It's this weird bit, right? These people are playing the game. So the Marquess... Callaghan was one. It's like a bunch of the ladies, right? It's something about the way that this is laid out is confusing to me. You have a dress code that prevents you from wearing the official horrific necktie. The tie has to be black or silver. That's really interesting. On a scale of 1 to 10, How high-end is the hotel you work at, Zagula? God, I guess I'll talk to what's her face. I don't know. What I find annoying about that mystery screen is, like, I, like, talked to a guy, he listed, like, 12 names or something. And he's like, yeah, those were the people at the game. And then it's like, I wrote that down for you. And then I check where it did, and it's like, these are the people involved in the game. And it's like 2 people, and one of them is, like, completely inaccessible, and the other one is, like, the guy who, like, told me that, who wasn't playing at the game or something. If I stand farther away from her, somehow I can trigger talk without a time cost, which doesn't make sense. Unless that was a visual bug. I wasn't paying attention to what my time was. Yes, I would like to verify Mr. Dupre's statement. Thank you. He said you gave him a reading on Tuesday. Do not know if it was from kindness, more of an excuse to practice something familiar. But he is right. I read the cards for him. I hope the reading helps him find the spirit he is seeking.
That's all.
Of course.
8. Wow, 8's a big number. Explains the dress code. Hotel I work at falls somewhere between, like, the Ritz-Carlton and the Marriott. That's serious business. Let me check my stupid, dumb, idiot thing again. I haven't found this guy either. A couple people have mentioned him as, like, seeming important or whatever. Mr. Blake I can't talk to. The druid guy is, like, obviously unrelated. How do I, like... I feel like this data point on the grid should definitely, like, list the people who are supposed to be in the game. It's listed under... What's listed under the dream? Not much. Dean's attendance. I should have a little more there, but not very much. What's going on here? Research smithing in the Book of the Gods. Where's the Book of the Gods? Where would I research that? I should revisit the book in the library and see if there are connections to smithing. Okay, I guess. That's exceptionally weird. Do not feel like I'm making particularly good use of the 12 p.m. hour. I'm, like, progressing, but, like, I don't like it. Does that mean anything? It's over there. Sure, whatever, fine. I just would expect to find the Book of the Gods in the library to research it. Is there like a... I think I checked the religion section, so like... Folklore? There might have been like a mythology thing? Look up the... I'm sorry, look up the Fear Gorta? I'm pretty sure... Okay, help me out here. For one, I don't remember any character in this game talking about the Fear Gorta. Secondly, isn't the Fear Gorta like a menu item from Taco Bell? I'm pretty sure of this. I don't really frequent Taco Bell. Pretty confident I'm right that the Fear Gorta is like a number 7 or something. The Fear Gorta, literally man of hunger, is a type of apparition that is linked to the Great Famine. Yeah, the Fear Gorta crunch, exactly. Though there are alternate accounts that consider it an omen of further famines to come. Taking the form of a starving person, the fear Gorta is a spirit of hunger who will follow people to ask for food. That kind of just sounds like a guy. Should it catch its prey, it will not hesitate to consume them to satisfy its hunger. Always unsuccessful in quenching its hunger, it then seeks out a new victim. And now I can research Irish famines. That's normal. Irish mythology. Anything you want to look up? Okay, I guess I'll look up the Veil. I'm already here. The Veil is the barrier between the living and the dead, the mundane world and the spirit world. This is basically the same concept from Disco Elysium, yeah? There are times and places when the veil thins and the interaction between the two worlds becomes easier, for better or worse. I'm sorry, Zeko just said BRB scooter time, like I know what that is. Mystery asks Gordita. No. Fear Gorta. Veil may be thin in places that have seen great tragedy or in places of magical significance. As for time, it is known that the veil is thinnest on All Hallows Eve, and this is when spirits of many kinds may walk the earth. Someone's playing like loud, spooky music outside all of a sudden that like freaked me out a little bit. And be seen by those who usually would not encounter such things. It is also when communication through the veil is easiest. I read that as communism in my head, and that seemed really odd. As such, traditionally, any attempts to contact the dead are made in this period of the year, as they are known to be the most successful at this time. That didn't seem very useful. World mythology? I found vampires! It was in world mythology for some reason. Undead humans who survive by draining the blood of the living. A common supernatural element in most European cultures. Examples include the Albanian Striga, Greek Vrikolakas, Romanian Strigoi, and Irish I actually can't tell if I sneezed or read that correctly. The Irish was called dwarf for its childlike proportions. Okay, sure. Despite its anger and bloodthirst, its subjects were drawn to it as if under a spell. They are nigh impossible to kill, being vulnerable only to wood from the yew tree. Even then, once killed, it needs to be buried upside down and weighed down with a stone of such size that it would take at least 5 good men to move it. For these reasons, it is said that once a land is plagued by an abathra, they never truly free from it, that it will return to feed on generation after generation. Well, why don't you just kill it with a yew stick and then bury it upside down and put a big rock on it? It's like right there in the book. Where am I expecting to find the Book of the Gods if not in any of these like mythology sections? Archaeology, maybe? No, evidently. Well, these don't take time. Look up Blake Manor. Construction on Blake Castle began in 1652 on land awarded to the veteran soldier Edward Blake. It was a matter of no small undertaking or finance, and the work continued over generations. It is said that the manor was built on ground the local residents considered to have once been sacred, but records of this do not exist. How about the Connacht reason? The westernmost province of Ireland, once a collection of kingdoms and site of and witness to two of the most terrible battles in Irish history, while interceded with significant periods of peace, Connacht has a history of warfare, party to the Irish rebellion against the crown aided by French forces, and backdrop to the Cromwellian conquest. Connacht is a much contested stronghold of Irish culture. Oh, now I've learned about Oliver Cromwell, who wasn't mentioned in that reading. How about the Ulster region? Which, yeah, I think you should go see a doctor in the Ulster if you're having issues in your Ulster region. The northernmost province of the 4 provinces of Ireland, and once the heart of the Gaelic world. Today, Ulster holds the greatest population of Protestants and loyalists to the crown after the country of Ireland was adopted into the UK in 1801. Ulster was previously a region of importance to Irish sovereignty, it being the seat of power from where one of the 5 king above kings would rule. Belfast is the largest city in the region, on the border of counties Antrim and Down, and is a significant centre of populace in Ireland as a whole. How about the Munster region? Famous for the alternative to the Adams family. The southernmost province of Ireland's 4 provinces, Munster, was where most of St. Patrick's work bringing Christianity to Ireland took place. With this and several cities, Cork and Waterford among them, founded by Viking settlers, Munster has long had a tradition of transformative visitations, not least of these being the colonization of the region by the English in the 16th century, a most significant venture by the Crown. And the Lannister region. The easternmost province of Ireland, Lannister, was home to many Celtic tribes, most notably the Lachaim, to which the province owes its name. The region housed a collection of small kingdoms and dynasties, with the Hill of Tara in particular located in the Meath, later named Meath, holding significant spiritual and political power as the seat of High Kings of Ireland. Vikings made their arrival to Ireland and by the mid-9th century had transitioned from raiding to settling, with Dublin being their most significant settlement, serving as a major trade center and later becoming Norse Gaelic kingdom. This would not last, as the Vikings were later driven out by native Irish rulers. Munster had seen a long history of territorial battles, ranging from the arrival of Anglo-Normans in the late 12th century, leading to the broader invasion of English forces, to a Gaelic resurgence in the Middle Ages, followed by the Tudors solidifying English control over Ireland by the 16th century. Wow, this one's really long. More recently, the Cromwellian conquest landed in Dublin with 12,000 troops and traveled north to begin an assault that would later be known as the Siege of Drogheda, or the Drogheda Massacre, its surviving rebels being transported to the overcrowded jail of Dundalk, where they were left to starve and die. This would only be the beginning of Oliver's devastating campaign on Irish soil. See, that feels like the one that should unlock the Oliver whatever, who cares? The Oliver plot twist. Scooter time is over. Oh, I thought I missed Scooter too. When did this guy show up? Was he here the whole... It's Mr. Scared! He was here the whole time! Losing my mind over here. Hey, anime, just beat Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Is that like a new Tomb Raider? I can't keep up with Tomb Raider because their naming scheme is too confusing for me. Easy for you to say. Yeah, I'm so good at reading all this stuff. You'd never know I was half Irish. Hello! God, this guy is so suspicious.
Weather out, eh? Really ruined my morning walk. Still, we're safe enough from it in here.
Sarah says, I imagine this man's name is pronounced Scoop. Oh, so you think he's into like... What is that considered? Like trapcore music? It's the last game of the remake trilogy. Even that is news to me. Like, I knew that they had more than one remake. I didn't know it was like a planned trilogy. Still safe enough. Yeah.
Where are my manners? I'm Michael Scarrett, over from London.
Oh, from The Office. Yeah, I've seen that show.
And you mark my words, young man. That's a name everyone will remember by the end of this event.
You mean when you become the Hokage of Leaf Village, believe it?
Declan Mord. The pleasure is mine.
Ah, yes, the London office. Yes, of course, when the UK adapted the classic American sitcom, The Office, as we all know. Look at his stupid Muppet mustache. Cigar stains. There's a strong smell of cigars on this man's breath, and his mustache is stained with them. He's also got his Mega Man Battle Network sigil. He's wearing a crest pinned to his necktie. I don't recognize it. Ornamental cane. He's not just leaning on it. He's not leaning on it. It's just for show. Is it a matter of fashion, or does he have some other reason? Scandal. Zeko says, I've never watched Naruto. Does that just mean he's the ninja president? No, it's more like being, I think it's closer to being like a governor. There's like a bunch of different like there's a bunch of different like village sort of like tribe communities, and they're all like associated with some like vaguely elemental force. Like I've never finished watching Naruto. I've seen like 2 seasons or something. Maybe not even. Maybe just like the first season because like it was really long. But like being Hokage just means like being the head of a village, but the villages are like pretty big, so it's like it's more like being like a mayor or a governor or somewhere in between or something. Okay, discuss evidence. What's that weird symbol? I would love to tell you, Mr. Ward, but that would rather defeat its purpose. I'm afraid I must leave you in the dark. All right, well, I draw a sigil in the air for a light spell. How's that treat you? I don't remember this menacing letter from Mr. Scare, but I'm sure I should. How about stamp collecting? How about the bridge game? Hang on. Were you at the bridge game on Tuesday night? Oh, I don't think so. How is that your answer? How's that your answer, buddy? Anyone watching the new season of The Pit? There's a guy in that first episode who might give a similar answer. On Tuesday? No, it was relaxing fireside in the library. How about this menacing letter? Were you in correspondence with Miss Dean, Mr. Scarrett? Why, yes, I was. I've taken a shine to her, I won't deny. Not in that way, you understand. She opened my eyes, and I intend to repay her kindness this weekend. Well, good luck with that, buddy. She's burnt or dead. Scraw to you as well, Mr. Scraw. How about Memento Mori? You heard anything about the Quinns having an unfortunate number of deaths in the family? Oh, yes, I have. Terrible business, that. Really done a number on the line. Something about rooting out Irish rebels against the crown, I think? A curse is a small price to pay for service to crown and country. I mean, easy for you. Tell me about your weird cane, I guess. Do I have any, like, other things? Better use of my time? Not presently. That's a very handsome cane you have there. Thank you, I'm rather fond of it. It's so frail as to need it, but I've always been partial to the effect a nice cane provides a good suit. Alright, that wasn't nearly as enlightening as I wanted it to be.
Good day.
But if he's here, that means I can break into his room. Assuming that he doesn't go back in the next 9 minutes.
He's the personification of Max's superego.
That guy? For sure he is, but why do you mention it? Oh my god. Sarah said something akin to a Sabrina Carpenter lyric that would get censored on radio.
The well-known toy tycoon.
No, I think you'll find that guy's name is Scraw. It seems to be Scraw. Alright, so Scraw is like very
I don't need a
close
map
by.
to get to Bone Town.
He's like that big room over there, I think. Should be this one.
Squeak, squeak.
Yeah. I mean, listen, but he shouldn't be there. I'm not sure how easy it is to lose this game. It feels like it must be possible the way it is set up to like not get enough evidence to like solve the mystery. Really lagged on going into this room.
Titty.
There must be like a lot of shoes in here. Ooh, does he have a mini game box? What might be contained within? What have we here? What have we here? What have we... Oh, this guy. He's 451. That was why I cared about this guy. Sick dagger, bro. Sarah says, buy me 7 p.m. dinner first. I appreciate you, Sarah. More ceremonial than practical. Ooh, he also has like a random assortment of tarot cards, like a specific reading in a box. Is that like a loot crate? Like, hey, Do Loot Crate services still exist? I feel like they were super trendy for like 2.5 years and then they like burned up in the atmosphere. Some tarot cards with a note. The cards I drew for you, Michael. Make of it what you will. ED. ED! Can't believe erectile dysfunction told this man's future. Twitch says, I feel like if it has a sharp edge and is pointy, it is more than ceremonial. I do wonder exactly what people mean when they say stuff like that. Like, maybe its edge isn't actually sharp, or maybe they're just sort of like, I don't know, you'd be better off with a sword, who cares? 3 cards, one marked the Hanged Man, another the 10 of Pentacles, and finally the Death card. I think those are all right side up, right? Because Hanged Man is kind of upside down by default. What do they mean? I bet I know a weird lady who could tell me. Oh, that other thing is the note? Yeah, okay. This book has been handled with care. I'm sorry, will? Will you say? Those squares in his drawer look like they may be anachronistic. If you catch my meaning. This guy's got his own Bible. And another carefully handled book. And whatever this is. I assume Mr. Skirt was well off, but his records show he is rich beyond my imagination. He has a string of failed businesses, but is still massively wealthy, all from inheritances. Must be nice. Do you think Gordita Crunch will eat him, the spirit of hunger? Nothing here but personal effects. So we're just gonna gloss over those little rap where... Okay, sure, that's fine. Let's look at his will. Barrett attempts to write a will, but he keeps starting over when he reaches the part on who to leave his resources to. He does not seem to have any family or friends. Oh, wait. I need to look at his comings and goings. I've noted his movements in my timetable. Now I know all of his secrets. Like these ordinary clothes! How come everyone is like me and they only came here with one pair of shoes? Assortment of clothing. Excellent use of that last minute, I think. Zach says, the services almost certainly exist, but I think the EU regulated them into the ground. I believe that. That may be true. It's fine because you can do sports gambling on your phone now, so loot boxes don't even really need to feel like an actual problem. Yeah. The problem I had with loot boxes wasn't, like, the gamble of it. Like, the only one of those services I ever had was, like, literal Loot Crate. And, like, the problem I had with Loot Crate ultimately was, like, I felt like I generally got enough cool stuff that I didn't feel bad about the money I was spending on it, even though it was, like, probably too much. But, like, it's more just that, like, they just kind of keep sending you stuff. And, like, some of it you don't want. So you just get more stuff. And, like, I've talked not that long ago about the stuff divide, where, like, my brother is extremely anti-stuff, and I literally can't fathom the number of stuffed animals that I own that are occupying more space in this house than I do. But, like, I don't know. Like, at a certain point, it was just like, even though I like some of this stuff, I just don't need more stuff. I thought you meant, like, loot boxes video. Oh, no, like 10 trillion% those exist. Those are, like, that's not even worth a hypothetical question. Obviously, that crap exists. Like a major fraction of the gaming market is, like, funded by, like, that type of loot box. I have no question of that existing. A letter addressed to Apprentice Skerrit. It seems he's been ejected from the Freemasons for not living by their tenets of fraternity, charity, and self-sacrifice. He has circled self-sacrifice. Weird. Weird flex, but okay. He's also scrawled a note on the page that confirms he has no magic skills of his own and was hoping to gain them in his time with the Order. He had all his money given to him, but he has made nothing of it. He's the last of his family. He has failed to make an empire. He's been rejected by his fraternity. He's alone. When he dies, he and his fortune will be forgotten. He has no legacy to leave. Well, I mean, same, other than he has a bunch of money. We learned so much about this guy. Copy of the King James Bible. Alright, thought that might be more interesting. Are we done here? We got this weird file, and it was like story. He didn't leave me any shoes to look at. We got a schedule. This is just boring clothes. I kind of hate that the boring clothes have a time cost associated with them, because I don't think they can ever be useful. I think we're good. I don't think there's anything else to care about. Can I close the box? Can I close the box? Interesting that had a time cost, but like I probably shouldn't let him know. Hey, wait, did I close like what's her face's like jewelry box or whatever? I don't think I did that. I think those services suffered from gradual garbagification and everyone stopped caring about them. That is, yeah, that's probably true. Because, like, in order to keep the profit going, when, like, people eventually gave up on them for just getting too much stuff, they probably had to, like, streamline costs to the point that even the people who were willing to spend the money on them, like, couldn't just continue to justify doing so. One of my former coworkers worked for Loot Crate for a while. I actually remember why I started getting Loot Crate, because it was before that happened. Yeah, he was writing copy for like every month it's raining now. Every month the Loot Crate came with like a little booklet that, you know, described the stuff that was in it and like talked about the theme that they had established for it and like gave some background on the items and stuff like that. And I think he mostly did like copywriting for like the descriptions of like the items, I think. I guess I'll go ask Sea Ants Lady about the tarot in a box. Sager says, never got into any of those because I just don't know if I'm alright with the karmic penalty of a level of consumerism where you're just buying stuff for the sake of buying stuff to the point that you don't even know what it is. I mean, that's like one take on it. And I'm not trying to like justify it because it's not like I think it's like a particularly good business model or anything. But like, I mean, like Loot Crate was very much just sort of like, we'll find like quirky like nerd stuff and like sell it at a discount, but like we just can't guarantee in advance what it is. Also, like the first one I got had like a special glow in the dark Groot bobblehead that commemorated one of the coolest parts of Guardians of the Galaxy, which is one of my favorite movies, and it had just come out at the time, and I was really excited about it. And I was like, what other treasures will come from this? Oh, we're outside. Guess I missed that in the previous streams. We've been coming and going from the outside. After the tutorial, we gained access to the gardens. There's not a ton of interest here. I guess the second it started raining, everyone went inside. Good luck to me, I guess. Anyway, says he's currently signed up for a Gundam blind box. Now, I'm a little interested in that. In the Gundam blind box, do you get like a whole Gundam kit every month? Like what all do you get in that? Are there other things you would get than like a full kit? I mainly think blind boxes are a way for companies to clear warehouse space. I don't don't think that's quite accurate because, like, I don't think you're wrong, but I don't think those services start because a specific company is clearing. I mean, like, maybe in the case of Gundam because it's so focused on one company. I think a lot of those are sort of like thematic, and then they get a discount from companies by like finding stuff that other people want to clear from their warehouse. That's the minute distinction I would make, not that it's useful. Get a piece or two until after a decade. You have your own fully functional one-to-one Gundam. I've been making a lot of jokes about that with a friend of mine who's like part of this startup, and we keep joking about like how big it's gonna get. And the joke is it's sort of like, we'll know when they've made it big because that's when they will have a fully functional Gundam. They'll have enough money for that. Aw, sick, it's Father, what's his face, who everyone keeps talking about, who I've never seen anywhere.
Focus, child.
No, I am. You've just lost me.
A master key. Surely the staff has one for the bedrooms.
It's weird. Why do you think he's asking about that?
No, we have 5 different ones. Hunter's is in the stable. Mine... Sorry, that was strange. It was as if... What were we talking about?
Ah, this guy does magic. He's got some sort of, like, compulsion thing going on.
Where is your clarity, child? Was it the drink, or this blasted place that has devoured your mind? Or that Dean woman? Don't think I wasn't aware. I should have acted sooner there. She has jeopardized things too much already.
I'm sorry, Father. I don't...
I'm sorry, Seamus. I shouldn't have snapped. I'll find you later should you have another lucid moment. God be with you.
I used to enjoy, King says, I used to enjoy buying mystery boxes from one site I went to. It was like $5 or so. Usually crap, but a chance of getting something cool from the warehouse, or just the experience of getting a highly in-demand thing. That was one of the nice things about, like, when Loot Crate was in its heyday, like, it was doing well enough that people were, like, actually, like, partnering with them to do, like, specific cool things. It wasn't all just, like, junk. It was definitely some amount of junk, though. Has some really good hearing in addition to magic powers. I mean, they could be magic hearing powers. Breakfast is served from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Lunch from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Wait, what? Since when? Okay. This is the first I've seen a piece of paper that says anything about a schedule for the dining hall. Everything I've deduced from people's schedules. Some fool is, like, in the dining hall at, like, 3 p.m. Admittance to the meals is closed on the half hour. So I would have to... So if I want to go to lunch, which I probably do, I gotta be back here in 26 minutes. But if Father What's-His-Face, who's immediately buggered off, which is awesome, I should go try to check out his room. I think he has been, like, locked up in there the whole time. But I'm pretty sure I have a key to get in there. That being said, where? So, right, and then left, and then end of the hall. Half hour for each meal is still insane. Yeah, man, there's nothing normal about what's... Oh, hang on. There's a ghost. Never mind, the ghost is gone. Yeah, I got myself turned around real bit. Okay, let's be less stupid. I feel like I want Zacula to use his knowledge of managing a hotel experience to design like a true like nightmare experience, just like the worst possible like combination of stuff you could do. This way. Listen. Very good. I'm going to do a more different save. I have one by the dining hall, if I need it. But I just want to make sure that guy doesn't kill me with his priest powers. The ghost is a ghost because the person died from starving to death between the 7 p.m. dinner and the 9 a.m. breakfast. I believe that to be true, Zacula, yes. I don't want to look at his clothes. Where's this man's shoes? None shoes. Left. Wait, hang on. I found his shoes. His shoes are medium. Okay. But wait, who is... I hold on. I learned that someone came through... It's the sad, lonely man. Scraw. I have to go... I have to figure out how the mystery... The mysteries tab is so busted. Just like... Just not good at all. So I need the culprit. And then I need... How do I get there from here? Is it think? Is it... No, that led me here. How do I... How do... Anyone have any earthly idea?
Giraffe.
Not the fight. I have... Hang on, I have
3
19...
syllables, 6 letters. Kodaka.
I have 19 out of 24 pieces of evidence about the fight? That does not sound correct at all to me. Miss Dean's departure. How do I get to the screen that has all the people in it so that I can mark off people? How do I get... I don't know how to do it. I can't do it well because the menu is really bad. If we ever define scroll. So, okay, this is the thing, right? I've been saying... How did I accidentally get... what did I do? What did I do? I put the controller down and I'm on the screen I wanted to be on. How did I get here? Am I dissociating again? I've been saying for a long time, like, what is the upper limit on how many redemptions chat wants? And chat's just like infinite.
I don't need a map to get to Bone Town.
Chat just wants all of them. Like, right, but like you understand that there has to be a point of diminishing returns on being able to find anything. And then like they say no, and then we get here, and it's like, I mean, okay, this guy is not it. Because the person in question can use magic, and this guy cannot use magic. So what is the button that makes him bad? X. I like that all shoes, men's and women, just come in 3 sizes: small, medium, and large. Because says we want all of them and we want to be able to find them easily. I don't have the authority to make that choice. Go talk to Twitch. I feel like I should just be able to like wander up to random people and just like ask them their shoe size. Oh my god. So that lady who had those like drawings of people that our character made that weird comment about, one of our like factual observations about her is I found some very cartoonish art in her room. What? Why is the guy throwing such shade at her sketches? What the heck? This lady seems unlikely to be the culprit because I really doubt she's using magic. De-hunter definitely sounds like some weird euphemism. I'm so sorry, but it's just true.
this knife?
Alright, I think that's all I can get done for now.
Amame Doi. She works at Sunfish Pocket.
There's little of interest here. Why do they put so many like fake books in those if they're willing to just say there's nothing of interest? I'm sorry. A pistol box? And it's not locked? Does this mean the priest is constantly armed? But why? What a great, fantastic question. Let's read his journal. Another journal. Let's see the most recent entry. I've uncovered a hidden door which leads to the women's changing rooms. Oh. Well, so have I. It is an ungodly place. Alas, I was hasty in my exit, and I have yet to review it properly. Between our assessment of the grounds and the talk at 11, our best opportunity will be at 6. All right, who's ready to solve a word problem? Between our assessment of the grounds and the talk at 11, our best opportunity will be at 6. Kuzco's poison. We will find these catacombs come Sunday morning. We will search them stone to stone. Gnostic Bible. He has sermon notes and the likes recorded inside. Is this the branch of Christianity he really follows? He has pages about a black iron prison marked, but I cannot make out what they mean. It's hard to make anything of use at. It's a very dense tome. I need to look elsewhere for more understandable information. It's probably a research thing. Oh, but that moved so that I can look at symbols. Sequence of strange hand-drawn symbols was sitting below the Bible. Record, 5 circles, a combination of all the Sailor Scouts all at once. Record. Is that regular stationery? Oh, what the heck? Badly scrawled note. I think requesting a meeting with Father Sinnock, but it's hard to read. Best I can tell, it is signed Murphy. Huh. Is Murphy the one he's conspiring with to find the whatever? The One Piece? Let me read his letters. Massive correspondence from various people. One mentions Mr. Doyle and his placement here to investigate. Another talks about how the Aeon has been located. Whatever it is, it resides here at Blake Manor. Note here about freeing the Aeon from its prison at all costs. When did this become Final Fantasy X? No death here is real. That's why I'm bringing back Tony. Demolition asks if he can give 20,000 points to Sarah and Zakula. I mean, I don't think that works. I don't think there's like a method for that. You pick Jupiter. I mean, objectively, Jupiter is the best Sailor Scout, right? Not that I'm biased. It talks about all attempts to reach Mr. Doyle has failed. See, the flyer for this event is attached to another letter. This is your chance, Father, is written here. Somebody stayed here in order to reach Doyle, but he did not recognize them or know the fate. I don't know what any of that's about. Sorry, what's going on over here? Poorly drawn maps. This guy is a real critic for art, huh? He's trying to complete a map of the grounds that is poorly made, not his skill set, I suppose. What a dingus.
Look at all this trash.
The women's dressing room comment. Actually, just don't know what to make of that. It is really interesting. Like, is he upset because it's scandalous? Or is it something I don't know. Incomplete maps of the grounds. They're well made, unlike the recent continuation beside them. So those are probably coming from Lady What's-Her-Face. Murphy, who lives in the basement, is unreachable. Oh, is this his comings and goings? Schedule for the weekend. I've noted his movements in my time. Written it down in my copybook. Alright, so read that crap. Nothing in the trash. Looked at his shoes. You know, look at his vestments, whatever. His robes smell of incense, dust, and sulfur. Ooh. No, it's just like bellows. And this is clothes. Alright, the priest is packing. Keep that in mind. Whose movements do you need still? That's an interesting question. I suppose we can check. Just really ominously, ungodly things happen in the women's locker room. I'm not convinced that I want more information about them. So, okay. So the fact that we have multiple people's drawings to look at strongly suggests that there's some kind of evidence that we can gain about the culprit that pertain to their artistic abilities. How do I get there? I do not know. What can I do right now? I mean, maybe I could talk to the porter. I could go to the library to see if I can learn about, like, Gnostic Christianity. I really don't know what that deal is. Atrium. I can't look at the word atrium and not think of Atreus from Mist. Alright, whose movements do we need? Time table. There's events. Do I have Mantavani's? Did I go in her room? No, I guess I didn't. That feels weird. That seems like a thing I probably should have done. I mean, the answer is it's like 20 people. I don't know why I thought this would be that interesting. It's like 1 billion people. Don't worry about it. Like, I have a bunch, but also I'm missing like 1,000. And I was going to go to literally here. Ooh, eavesdrop. The 2 weird young ladies who've, like, never been anywhere ever under any circumstance. Analyze both of them. I have so little time. No, eavesdrop from here. They were roommates. They are roommates.
Or if I'd wanted to be very proper about it. I do think my parents would have rather had it that way, certainly.
Are you sure this is the right solution, though? Shouldn't you wait to see how things play out? There is still the social season.
I know that must be real, but there's something really funny to me about thinking about, like, socializing as, like, a sport that has, like, in-season and, like, off-season. It's like we're almost at the playoffs of social season.
Well, that's not for another half year. And some of those young men are positively frightened of me. Here, I might
Is it because you
find
do bad
somebody
magic?
who understands.
I understand.
She's definitely some kind of witch, right?
And I don't think there's time to wait.
some kind of sexy witch.
You'll keep me right, won't you?
Don't I always? Besides, I'm telling you, you needn't worry so terribly. I'm sure things will be back to rights soon enough, one way or another. And I am usually right about these things. You know that.
I shan't tell you that. It might be true, but I shan't say it.
Well, that was extremely veiled. Just gonna look at you real quick. Just gonna super normal look at you. Look at her dumb face. Watchful expression. She has a cute gaze. Aw. No doubt watching events carefully. Here's her Mega Man Battle Network sigil. The Morning Cameo. A jet and ivory cameo depicting a man's silhouette. It's in memory of someone. But who? Innocent bearing. She presents herself more like a child than an adult. White heather hairpin. A collection of small dried white flowers in her hair. See, I kind of want to go into their room, but I gotta go to lunch. I'm sorry. Gang, help me out. Who would I be eavesdropping on here? It's just her by herself. Is she just talking out loud? She's looking right at me.
Idiots and ghouls, all of you.
Lapdogs, all of you. Oh, Night King, thanks for dropping by.
What did you think would happen? That nobody would mind? That they were not entirely as capable of vengeance as you?
That's weird. Okay, so this lady, we know, is not on good terms with Evelyn Dean because she sacrificed their friendship to look at a book one time. So that's why she's talking about vengeance for herself.
And for what? For 16 funerals in 30 years. But at least the caskets were nice.
I mean, she's talking about her family curse, but I still don't really understand exactly what's going on there.
And you never even saw the ruin you caused. It's just me in this godforsaken library. Bastards! What damnable stock we are!
I mean, I'm also here, and there's 2 roommates down the way, so it's like definitely not just you. I think she may be communing with a spirit right now. Like, I don't think that was just like outright dramatic monologue. I think she was like talking to some. Okay, I wanted to look at Gnosticism. An early branch of Christianity that believes that the material realm we currently reside in is a hell, what they call the Black Iron Prison, and that the being commonly seen as God is in fact a powerful but lesser demiurge, a version of the traditional devil figure. This demiurge is the secret child of some aeons, the Fate's creator. It's getting real Final Fantasy X up in here. I don't know what that was. Okay, sure. It was hidden in this realm by its parent for fear of retaliation from the true creator. Okay. Born lonely and jealous, it created humanity to worship it as a god, but it itself was flawed, and thus so are we, its creations. Well, hang on, that doesn't seem like that bears out very logically, because, like, if the true creator made the demiurge, then if we're saying that, like, the flaws of the creation are proportional to the flaws of the creator, then shouldn't it not have been a weird devil figure? They believe this the only actual way to ascend into heaven and meet the true creator, Monad, is to realize the falsities of this reality and find a way to break free of this plane of material lies. The faith seems to exist as an answer to the question, why does God allow bad things to happen, with the response being, true God does not know of this place. Boy, this feels very, like, Lovecraftian, huh? We doing Gnosticism? I mean, you must have missed it, but yeah, we're, like, for sure doing that. But also, I'm not really familiar with it. It's messed up, man. Read on. It has none time cost. Oh no, it's just the same thing as before. So why did this get added to this desk then? That's kind of odd. Okay, so I think I should go to the dining hall and then maybe try to investigate... What's her name? The witchy one, I think, is probably more important. Her name is McLeod. Well, let's see what horrors await us at lunch, and then we'll make a decision as to whether we try and, like, sneak a little bit in after that. I don't remember which side of the hall lunch is on. I want to say it's this one. Should be correct. Anything important to say to this guy?
Hello again, sir. You here for the meal?
I wanted to save.
Certainly, sir. Let me show you to your seat.
Well, that's not great.
Care to join us, sir? If you don't mind me speaking for you both, of course.
No, it's all right. Maybe he knows something about Miss Hisham's friend.
I mean, I assume that's the lady you're with. I have no idea how I would know that. How does this still cost 21 time units if the dining hall closes in 12? I mean, it seems like my alternatives are, like, engage with this or not. Last time I got an important key. I'm not assuming the same thing will happen here, but I feel like I should do it. I am annoyed that I didn't say, because I thought I would, like, actually talk to that guy, and not that he would, like, trigger the same thing that happens if you click on the door.
Please. Declan Ward. Thank you for letting me join.
Yeah, okay. Now, Miss Hisham, who is your friend?
Miss Dean. Evelyn Dean. Have you met her?
Is this a joke? Did Miss Dean put you up to this?
I don't.
Mr. O'Mara, please.
Sorry. Yes, I know, Miss Dean. We have history.
Scandalous.
I thought maybe she sent you down here to make fun at my expense. It would be the sort of thing she would find amusing.
What about her, Miss Hisham?
Thank you. I was meant to meet her yesterday. Or the day before. It's cloudy.
What is cloudy, exactly?
But I haven't seen her. And I asked the staff, and after blank stares, I was told she had left.
She left? That doesn't seem correct. Why would she go? She lives for this stuff.
A family matter, maybe.
Do you know her, sir?
As much as I know any of you three, I'm afraid. We talked at the afternoon tea on Tuesday, which turned into afternoon drinks, which turned into my needing a slow start on Wednesday.
Tuesday, you say?
You, Mr. Ward. Do you know her?
I feel like it might be like, so at the very start of the game, there was like a weird comment that the main character makes of, like, I think her father had something to do with our brother's death, if I remember correctly. Not entirely sure that's the thing I should say, but I feel like me as the player might get more information out of, like, mentioning the connection than just, like, saying I haven't met her, which I already know.
I have had dealings with her father.
With Rupert? You must be a shady devil then, Mr. Ward. Ha! I'm only making fun. Mr. Dean is a hard-fisted businessman. Certainly, I doubt you know him from church.
Lol, Lamau even. Mystery's having Twitch trouble. Well, thanks for joining us anyway, Mystery. Hopefully it's more amenable tomorrow. I think we'll probably be playing more of this. I have no idea where this will end up, or if we'll succeed or fail or complete the game. I don't know.
You are correct there, Mr. O'Mara. I don't know much about his daughter. Does the apple fall far from the tree?
Oh. Yes and no, I suppose. She certainly has his drive and forceful personality, and disdain for the man upstairs.
I feel like he said the word certainly with 2 T's in it.
But she is less interested in material things than he.
It is very easy to not care about material things when you have so much of them to hand.
I'm sorry I cannot help you, Miss Hisham, but I'll keep an eye out.
Very well. I hope she is okay. I overheard that the telegraph machine is recovered. I'll send something to her home so she can contact me on her return. Please excuse me.
Of course. I'll take this opportunity to make my leave as well.
Me too. This whole meal has left me painfully upset.
I feel like this is how I should leave, like, all meals. Particularly in, like, group social situations where I feel uncomfortable. I should just, like, abruptly get up and be like, this whole meal has left me painfully upset, and then storm off. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this game takes place over the weekend. Day 1 is, like, literally the tutorial, I think. Alright, that was not as interesting or useful as I expected, but at least it doesn't really feel like I got locked into anything, not having the chance to save as I had hoped. So I want to go to Miss McLeod's room, I think. 1,000 bits if you use that at your next social meal event. I mean, I can't begin to guess when that would be. I still know, like, no one here. And if times continue to be as bad as they are, like, it's been an awful work week in addition to, like, an awful, like, existential week. So, like, I basically don't want to be around when I have free time. So I find, like, just the most agreeable thing I can manage, and then usually regret spending my time doing it. So McLeod's around here, isn't she? Yeah. Oh, but I don't have a key for Northwest. That's the problem. But have I been in unassigned room number 2? Not this one. This one? No. No? Others. Have I been in that room? But, just checking in. I mean, are people still interested in this game? My current location is... Wow, when I went to the other side, I went to the... Who'd that be? Okay, good. People are like... I was a little surprised at how almost unanimous the poll was that I put on the Discord. I'll say that, like... I've really been looking forward to playing this. It's a really weird game. Like, it's not, like, a traditional, like, easy to watch stream game, but people seem into it. I don't know. But, like, there's something really interesting to me about the way that information gets, like, dispensed in this game. Hello, nurse. It's Miss Murphy. Analyze her. Look at her dumb face. Averted gaze. I suspect she'd rather not be talking at all. OMG, same. She's me for real. Small burn scars from years of cooking. Fair. Hello, Miss Murphy.
I'm Declan Ward, miss. Who might you be?
Saoirse Murphy? Just the cook, sir. I don't think there's anything I can help the likes of you with.
Now, what do you mean by that? What do you mean the likes of me? What do you mean you people?
I don't know magic, or have powers like you folks. Maybe things would be different if... Sorry, sir. I lost the run of myself.
For sure, this lady knows how to cast lightning bolt. Discuss evidence. Tell me about this priest situation. So... Alright, let's ask about the note, I think. I don't know, lying about in the hallways, miss. Couldn't make out all the words. Looks like someone was hoping to ask Father Sinnott for help. Rubbish, sir. I'll dispose of it. Where did you say it was? Such a stupid, stupid idea. Hang on. What did you want to talk about? Seems as though you're trying to speak to Father Sinnott. Is there something you'd hope to ask him? Nothing that wouldn't be better left unasked. What do you know about Miss Dean's invitation? Was she personally invited? That makes me happy, sir. The manor is a better place for having her in it. Before she left, I mean, except... Well, I don't think it would have mattered, sir, whether she was invited or not. All that talent, and I'd guess there's not a thing on this earth that'd make her feel worthwhile. I feel like there's gotta be something, like, relevant I can get from this lady. I guess I could ask her about the bridge game. I don't think I'll get anything useful, but, like, I just hate to... Did you attend the bridge game? Not sure that would have been proper. Could you imagine? Us all battling with your wits and dancing with the patterns and making squeeze plays and deviled coups and... Well, Miss Dean made it sound really exciting, but then she's played with champions, sir. It's too bad she didn't attend. What if I just, like, ask you about the priest? I haven't spoken to him much, sir, at least for now. It's only, I thought I might ask him... Dang it.
I'll leave you.
Oh.
I don't know how to get anything useful out of her. Wait, I was just in this corridor. How is there now a man there that wasn't there before? Where did you come? Oh no, that's not a mess, Miss Quinn. How did you get here, though?
Hello, Mr. Ward. How's the day treating you?
It's alright, I guess. Oh, I did want to ask you about the scrap of paper. I suppose I can also ask about the falling out they had. Not totally sure that's gonna be copacetic. You leave this behind in the library. It is my handwriting, certainly. It looks like one of my notes. Magical theory. I'm beyond the theorizing part now. People waste my time with this garbage. How about the diary? You and Miss Dean had a falling out of sorts. I suppose that's a way to describe it. Do not make friends easily, Mr. Ward. I have a great deal of responsibilities, and I'm left with little time for socializing, even when it's in season. Evelyn came to me for help deciphering a grimoire, an ancient tome of spells, that being my specialty. I liked her. She was curious and sharp, and she was exciting to be around, chaotic, which was a nice break from how ordered the rest of my life was. We became fast friends. Then one of her friends in the order showed up with a Sufi, who had, or claimed to have, an original copy of the Picatrix, with annotations not copied into later editions. She had to see it, of course, and all she needed to do was steal them from some of my books as payment. Steal them from some of my books? Steal what? And denounce me publicly, too. Oh, dang. Wait, that's weird. Why would someone want that? To stop me from coming after her, I suppose? I couldn't, though. I was heartbroken. Washed my hands of it all and returned to my work. It would have been wiser to stick to my books in the first place. Harsh biscuits, bro. What was that research you were doing? Researching my family, I suppose. The Quinn family lived around here not that long ago. I'm interested in the land they used to own and who lived on it. Did not expect it to prove so difficult. Guess I can ask her about the curse, too. And the bridge game. She was in the bridge game, wasn't she? Here your family is supposedly cursed. My ancestors, at least, a crucial few of them were awful people. People who valued wealth over others' lives. They were Catholic, you see, and knew many other Catholics, including some wanted by the crown. All right, okay, sure. That's catching shade. All right. I turned many of those over to the crown for coin, but it's not like it went unnoticed. So they were cursed for it. Cursed with terrible and early fates, along with, in general, grave misfortune. What a sentence! Let me read that again. They were cursed for it. Cursed with terrible and early fates, along with, in general, grave misfortune. I love that grave misfortune is just like a casual aside in the curse. They die young, and also, it sucks to be them. As it turns out, the curse followed the bloodline, so less than 100 years removed, I am one of the only 3 remaining Quins. I have lost my parents, my aunts, my uncles, my cousins, and my siblings, bar 2. Thank God. One could misconstrue that as she was pleased that all the other people died. I've dedicated myself to learning how to break this curse and save us. I've become the master of my craft, and still it remains. What stupid, meaningless deaths. And all for some coin and comfort. I don't know. For some reason, Quinn is like one of the most interesting characters in the game so far. Maybe the most interesting to me. Not sure if she's the culprit or if... I don't know what. How about... Tell me about your hair locket. At a certain point, it's all you can do. I have many. I keep my brother Alexander particularly close. He didn't die long ago. I miss him terribly. I'm not good at missing him at all. Bridge game. On Tuesday? I didn't mean to play, but I got somewhat roped into it. Perhaps next time my challenger will reconsider. Were many in attendance? We had only the 2 tables and played it in rotation. It was myself, Dr. and Miss Callaghan, Miss Barbosa, Mrs. Lau, Mrs. Darcy, and the... Okay, I'm gonna write this down because, like, it didn't do it before. I don't trust the game to do this anymore. So... Miss... Miss Callaghan, Dr. Callaghan, Miss Barbosa, Mrs. Lau, Mrs. Darcy, the Marquess, parentheses, hit their face, and Mr. Coventry. That's like the hotel manager, I think. Barbosa, like Pirates of the Caribbean. Zacula, I know you've been here. Barbosa's like the character we've talked like the second most to, probably. And yes, exactly like Pirates of the Caribbean, but instead like a Brazilian lady whose mom died. Right, I clicked out of the game. I don't know what I thought was going to happen. I got anything else for you? Not for now.
I'll leave you be.
Farewell.
Zago said, your ancestors shouldn't have narked, dude. Them's the breaks. I believe the curse that was uttered was like snitches get stitches, right? That's probably it. But like in Gaelic or something. Does Google Translate know how to turn that into Gaelic? Oh, I was gonna go into, no wait, I determined I like don't have a key for that room, right? That's why I started like mucking around doing nonsense. Yes, I can't get into McLeod's room because I need the northwest key to do so, and in order to get that... Where is the master keynote? Examine. Oh, is that the basement one? I don't know how to get the basement. No, northwest. Northwest in the stable save. So, what's his face isn't at the stables right now, right? Because he said he was, like, going to town on an errand. He's going to town on it, like crazy. Kid, like, has to have an equivalent phrase to snitches get stitches. I just know it in my heart. I mean, I feel it too. For the nothing that's worth to anyone. I agree with you. I don't remember how to get to this place. Never mind, it's exactly where I'm going. Porter seems like one of my best leads to get that key. I mean, I also can't talk to him because it's lunch hour. Wish I could get in there. The key seems really useful. Can I open this? No. Oh. That's weird. What that guy's doing over there? I know that I've checked this particular location for folks. Oh, I haven't analyzed this guy. Unusual cross. His resurrectix looks different to any I've seen. Is that a human word? Strange Bible. Bible, but not one I recognize. Scarring. His hand looks as though it's seen some sort of combat. He is a skeleton man. He does not look well. Why? I looked at this priest, and I unlocked the ability to research canopic jars. Explain. Explain the connection.
Yes, my child?
Yo, Daddy-O.
Hello, Father. My name is Declan Ward.
Oh, people are talking about some sort of online store for Somnium File stuff. Did anyone see the announcement that this year, the Pokemon 30th anniversary on the Pokemon Center has been deemed the year of plush?
I've only just arrived. I just wanted to say hello.
Very good. You want my name? Of course. Father Lorcan Sinnott.
Oh, Father Lord. The magic he knows, it must be Lord Canna.
Good to meet you, Father.
The card game.
I'm sure.
This guy kind of sucks.
I'm surprised to see a Catholic priest at a seance.
Okay, now, this is a presumption.
Is that so? Worried for my eternal soul, are you? That I should attend something so blasphemous? Worry not, dear child. The church keeps an eye on all such things. It is good for us to know what secrets these events uncover, what secrets these old houses hold.
Anyone else feel like this guy should maybe save his strength and that every sentence brings him closer to death, or is that just my impression? From what I gather, the Aeon is some sort of Gnostic entity. I feel like maybe I should not ask this guy about the secret sequence that I found in a locked box in his room. I do kind of want to talk to him about Miss Murphy. Please, Miss Murphy wish to speak with you. Well, she should do so. I am ready to receive her. But I do not think she will ever be ready to come. Dude, there has to be like 6 better ways to phrase both parts of that sentence. Ba-da-da-da, not loving it. Hey, I can ask this guy about exorcisms. I am a man of God, of course I know how to expel the devil in all his agents, but before you ask me to do one, not that one would suffice for this forsaken place, they require permission and great effort. Never put much stock in the former, but I have no time for the latter. Assume you're on some form of mission from God. We need to find another accomplice. Suggest somebody well outside the reach of the Irish Catholic Church. Alright, Bonnie, okay. Let's ask him about Gnostic research. I think I understand Gnosticism, Father. Perhaps the topmost layer, child, but I am happy for you. Next comes believing it, and the clarity and freedom it brings. In time you might find a way out. Seek a way out? I'm good at that. How about this badly written note? I'm afraid I cannot make much of it. Hopefully, whoever sent it will follow up by more comprehensible means.
I'll take my leave, Father.
Go with God.
Tammy's gonna die. Like, soonish. Do not know how to get into that city. Give this man the holy hand grenade. Not sure he'll live long enough to make the count.
It's a Kemi the reptilian.
Can I talk to this guy? I can now.
Sorry, sir. Would you mind waiting until...
Nope. Just kidding. Can't at all. Got me so good. Guess I could talk to Barbosa? Who was the lady with McLeod? I guess I can check. I'm not that far away from the library. You may not even still be there, maybe? Unclear? Other characters have shuffled about within the hour, which wasn't something I was sure could happen until today. Well, they happen to still be there. So what's your weird name? That's Miss Lau. Wait, doesn't that mean she was part of the card game? Hang on. Notes. Checking notes. Yes, it does mean that. So I guess I'll talk to her.
The one sitting over there is Halara Nightmare.
No, it's Mrs. Lau. She was at the card game?
I don't think we've met. Who might you be?
My name's Declan Ward. Miss,
Ah, the man from this morning. The man from room number 4.
That's such like a Ushikoshi thing to say.
I am Mrs. Victoria Lau. How do you do?
Mrs. Lau. A pleasure. Another seance attendee?
Literally everyone here is for the seance. That's a stupid question.
Indirectly only. I am Miss McLeod's chaperone. The event itself is not to my taste. I am here for her
call me
and
Dummy
her alone.
It's like I said, Mrs. Lau should be real and also my wife. Is there... Do you have an ongoing ranking of all the fictional characters that you're attracted to, Zacula? And do you constantly adjust it? I need to ask you about the card game. Were you at the bridge game on Tuesday? I was. It didn't go too terribly either, though I was more there for the conversation than for the game. I don't attend many gatherings of this kind, so it seemed like a good way to meet some of the others. Did many attend? A few. It was the first time I met our host, Marquess Blake. Along with him was Dr. Callaghan and his aunt, Thea. Wait, they're related? I don't think I got that, but there's 20 characters, so who cares? There was Miss Quinn and Barbosa, Mrs. Darcy, and Mr. Coventry completed the set. Can't
That's all,
talk
Mrs.
because the hour has occurred. Now, it doesn't and shouldn't surprise me that she immediately left, but I didn't really get what I was looking for from that, and I suppose that also shouldn't surprise me either. What about, I'm gonna guess archaeology for the canopic jar nonsense? Got it in one. Canopic jars were used in ancient Egyptian burials to hold significant major organs of the mummified person, typically decorated with images of the gods. The belief was that a person would need the soul of their viscera in the afterlife. Soul of their viscera. And the canopic jars were intended to store them until such a time. There would be 4 canopic jars per mummified person. One for the stomach, one for the liver, one for the lungs, and one for the intestines. In the later period, the once plain jars would be topped with a figure of a god, one of the 4 sons of Horus, each associated with a companion goddess and a cardinal direction. Very profoundly helpful. I'd like to meet the soul of your pancreas. But that one's not important, maybe. Probably gonna wrap up soon. Just kind of want to get a sense of if anything interesting has like happened in a public space that's easily accessible. For example, there's no one in the atrium at all. Is what's his face, the manager, around? Didn't the Egyptians believe your heart was the thinky bit instead of the brain? Kind of sounds right. May have known that at some point. I'm gonna talk to this guy about Father What's his
hello
face.
again.
Do you know about Father Sinut's weird sequence? I don't recognize these symbols. Actually, I do recognize the... Please put that away. It's messing with my stomach. The Aeon? It's like an angel, right? Is that right? How do I know that? I think I've heard that term before. I can't find it, Father. This place, it's protecting. That's creepy. What about the bridge game? Don't ask me about that. I already told you I was in the hedge maze. Oh, I see what you're doing. Asking in a roundabout way. What are you, some kind of Bobby? Are you police? You legally have to tell me if you are. Is that right? I don't know. Is this guy getting dumber the more I talk to him? Or am I getting dumber? Hard to say.
I'll leave.
Yeah.
I kind of didn't think you'd give me more information, but it like wasn't exhausted. I kind of need to know more about this stupid bridge game. So the manager isn't in his office. Maybe that means I can like sneak in there and like do something interesting. Other sit-ups. He preaches the good word and has abs like a cheese grater. That's a church I should probably know more about than I do. Nothing here and immediately game over, probably. Okay. Has anything in here changed in a way that I care about? Save, huh? I don't think I really paid attention to the safe before. Is Declan just casually athletic enough to scale the ivy on this building? I think he just channels his apathy in a way that somehow works.
You sure know your way around the horse, Mrs. Erickson.
I don't care to speculate about that.
My daddy owned a ranch. Lots of space growing up, but not much company outside of the horses.
I don't care to speculate about that.
If you don't mind me asking, your gift, did it help at all with that? The loneliness, I mean.
Well, considering that the gift was a travel game of Scrabble and I didn't have anyone to play with, I wouldn't say so, no.
Oh, Yes. Yes, I guess it would have.
So she's a horse whisperer? She's a horse trainer? She's a good trainer. Go away, sound. Hello, it's me. I'm big. In all ways, hello. How's everyone? Bad? Great. It's a really interesting game, I think. Because, like, the pace is kind of what you make of it. But also, the pace is kind of terrible. Like, I'm genuinely not having a bad time, but I'm definitely aware of the fact that the game is, like, really, really slow. I think that this game really manages to handle the open-ended nature of this, like, broad investigation much more effectively than I would expect. I'm still somewhat concerned that, like, I might just, like, not get remotely close to finding the information I need to solve anything. Like, last Saturday, I made, like, a ton of progress. And today, I learned some relevant stuff. I'm, like, really hung up on the bridge game. I don't know what I need to do to, like, solve that. I feel like if I can, it's gonna be kind of a big deal. I mean, I guess the idea is that I just talk to everyone there. Like, everyone who was there. And, like, hope that ultimately that information, like, tells me... I guess it's supposed to tell me something about the culprit. I don't really know. But, like, I haven't made as much progress looking at people's shoes as I had hoped. But, like, I don't know. I think we still have something like 25% of all people, like, effectively ruled out. So, like, maybe that's good? It doesn't seem bad. We still have, like, a whole, basically, like, day and a half or something. Like, in-game. I'm really interested to see where it goes. I do still kind of feel like this game has too many characters. I would not mind if it turns out that, like, a lot of the characters are, like, really easily eliminated for the purposes of, like, caring about the main plot. That's true. I did kind of forget. I keep forgetting that, like, I apparently have, like, 19 out of 24 clues for the bridge game, which makes it sound like I'm a whole lot closer to, like, solving it than I feel like I am. But at this moment, I guess I just don't know what comes after that. There's, like, some stuff I know I could do. It'd be really nice to be able to get my hands on some more of those master keys. Like, the first two I got, like, really easily. But I have no way to get into the basement. I don't currently have any clues on how to get into the stable safe. I don't remember where the last one is. But I don't have it either. How many people are still attending the sea ants? All but 2 of them. 2 is the number that we have convinced to stop going. First, the lady who wanted to, like, sacrifice Evelyn Dean to eat her heart for her magic powers. And then the French guy who wanted me to confirm that she was that particular lady was going to do that thing. Those are the 2 people that are not going to the sea ants. The sea ants dance. I assume it's like a formal, like people are asking dates, like that kind of thing. I don't know. I'm weirdly intrigued by this game, even though, like, precious little happens in it, and I don't even really, like, know where it's going. But, like, the process of the investigation does manage to be really interesting to me. I mean, I guess I'm glad that people are still enjoying it, because, like, my main concern is, like, is this boring to other people? Like, I'm into it. Like, once we got off the god-awful tutorial, I've been into it. You'd think I want to eat her heart would be tougher to dissuade. I wouldn't, because she's not around anymore? Like, we don't know where she is, but, like, it's pretty hard to eat someone's heart if they cease to exist. If they just, like, phased out of our reality or whatever. But also, swipe or no swiping. Am I right? I mean, try and dispute that. Just try. Give it your best shot. Anyways, I think that will do it for our mainstream. Before we wrap up, of course, somewhere in this room around me, I've hidden some number of Squirtles. Locating a secret Squirtle hidden this way will be an omen of good luck for you in the coming days, such as tomorrow, when we'll be streaming this game again at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. I hope you'll join me for that, and I hope that you'll take a moment to consider where Squirtle might be hiding, so that you can enjoy some of that good luck in this not good at all time to be around. See you later, Crew Twitch. Thanks for joining us. Hopefully we see you a little bit tomorrow. So we got a Sonic guess. We got a Pterodactyl guess. I do like the Pterodactyl. Pterodactyl's a good one. Top Shelf Bunny. Solid guess all around. Find the new friend next to the Flap Flap. Find the new friend next to the Flap Flap. Well, hang on. Well, for one, there's two Flap Flaps. We got Flap Flap here, Flap Flap there. Here we flap, there we flap, everywhere a Flap Flap on the table. Okay, so the new one, I assume you mean Blastoise. I mean, I've had Sandslash a little while. Sandslash then? Or do you just mean the Flap Flap? I haven't seen a Sandslash? Well, here you go. I like him. He's very pointy. Now, the way that they do the Sitting Cutie Sandslash and other similar ones, they're not all kind of done in a uniform fashion, which is maybe not ideal. But he's pretty good. He's got a good face. He's got good little claws. I like him. I'm a big Sandslash fan. I'm a bigger Sandshrew fan, and I'm a bigger like classic variety fan. But you know, he had a Squirtle. Got Pterodactyl with pirate hat. This is one of those classic, like, where does the giraffe wear the necktie? It's like, does the pterodactyl wear the hat on, like, the back of his head? Or, like, on the top? It's not quite right, but it's an interesting question. Squirtle. Sonic the Hedgehog. Also Squirtle. Blue Rabbity guy, also Squirtle. For some reason, before the stream, I like reread the tag on the Rabbity guy, and like they all kind of have like personality quirks. All the Squishmallows. For some reason, Eaton the Rabbit is like a detective who likes to solve mysteries. Which I don't know why he's wearing like a carrot cummerbund and is also like a dessert beverage. Clearly in disguise. I only know one detective who wears a disguise. And that's Desahiko Thunderbolt. And he sucks. He's terrible. Pterodactyl wore pants. How would he wear them? Also, great question. Very good question. Did I miss any, by the way? My brain's not working super good. It was Rabbit, Sandslash, Sonic, and something. I don't know. That's fine. I guess his theme is white tummy. That's a good guess. That is a really good guess. But no, in fact, when I started loading up the blue guys, and this week has been awful, I was just like, you know what? The theme is blue. The theme is blue. It's all blue. Just like that Eiffel 65 song, just to come full circle. So yeah, I just put a bunch of blue. There were like 2 themes among like the blue guys that I was like going to use, and I was just like, nah, it's blue. The theme's blue. Anyway, thanks everyone for watching. I hope you've been enjoying the Séance of Blake Manor. Super weird game. Much more compelling than I feel like it has any right to be, but I'm interested to see where it goes for now. Thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being you. I hope to see you again soon. In the meantime, take care of yourselves and remember that you are clawsome.